to get to Vienna, and then you have to win there. But we can talk about Tekken Master to the cows come home, but his opponent, the Reverse 25, those of you that watched Biennality this year for Injustice 2 will recognize this guy. He is one of the Middle Eastern players, one of the Middle Eastern crew that came down alongside Tekken Master to compete in Biennality, as it was Europe's only IPS event this year. And it was this tidy Scarecrow, this proper optimized, very calculated Scarecrow. I think there are multiple ways of playing Scarecrow. You know, you can keep it basic, you can play for the the plus frames and the grabs, but the Reverse is very technical. Very much plays for the optimization, and he did kind of sweep his way through to this point. The Reverse 3-0 his first opponent, 3-0 his second, 3-1 his third, and here he is against Tekken Master. And again, Tekken Master also had a dominant path, so this is going to be quite a match. We can hope.
I mean, let's not forget, Ed Vignelli, he caused an upset, sending Happy Paw, none other than Happy Paw, to lose.
He did.
Yeah.
No, that's true. It was such a good match as well, right? I feel like it was Happy Paw just definitely getting caught off guard by the Reverse. We can see that it's going to be Atrocitus versus Scarecrow. And this is the first time I think Tekken Master has used Atrocitus today. This has been one of his comfort characters for a very long time, but let's see if it can work against the Reverse.
I mean, it's vintage Tekken Master, really. I mean, this is his go-to character. Even though he teased like he was going to drop him, not quite. He still believes in him. And
He can't quit it, man. He just can't quit Atrocitus. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's made for this character, but Reverse gonna go for that push block. I'm really interested to see what the neutral is like with this match though, because these are two characters that really thrive on long range normals. But the problem is there's a lot of whiff recovery from both of them, and these are two characters that really thrive on whiff punishing also. So I wonder how dangerous that's going to end up being as the Reverse. He's going to lose that first life bar, but pretty evenly fought. He's got half of his traumatized bar filled up, so he's going to not really struggle at all, I think, to build that if he can. It depends as to whether it's going to make a difference or not as Tekken Master gets his blood siphon activated.
I mean, you as a Scarecrow player, how do you feel about this matchup?
Oh, I haven't played Scarecrow in a very long time. I'm not sure if I can really help you there. But I mean, I feel like back, in the early days, it was kind of difficult to really understand. Of course, Atrocitus was in the beta, and Scarecrow was truly a day one character, so it was really hard to tell, like, how it would end up being. But the big thing is, obviously, Atrocitus, he's a big guy, so that powerful jump 3, the jump 3 from Scarecrow, he's gonna get a lot of mileage out of that. Tekken Master trying to go for some optimization on the cat combos, isn't going to be able to. But even though Tekken Master hasn't got a huge amount from the cat, look at the bar he's got because of it, and there's the near burn back 3 reaction from Reverse.
I mean, that's the Tekken Master special right there. The early flash, he loves going for that. Just so get the chance to get that flash out of there.
Yeah, I mean, this is a matchup that I don't think it's going to be too difficult to end up going for the clash. I don't think either character really thrives on unclashable damage aside from just the traditional back 3.
Yeah.
It's the Reverse. Getting one bar, spending it straight away. Tekken Master going to get hit by the grab. The problem with Reverse right now is he has no traumatize and no bar to work with. Trying to go for that neutral jump on the read, but it's going to work.
This is going to be tricky. Look at all that bar. Dexter is out.
Uh-oh, no clash here. Can't clash. Yep, that's going to be 100% the game. Reverse is going to lose that one pretty even, but Tekken Master not really looking too stressed out, I think, at any point. I think this really is one of those matchups where it really is about just trying to deny Scarecrow the option to get his game going. Obviously, we know that Scarecrow he's got long limbs, he's got the full screen options with buttons, but it's not really going to help you against Atrocitus if he's got the cat out. I think as soon as Dexter is up, he's going to have to be careful, because I know that Scarecrow has some buttons that will go through, for example, like the shield. I think if Atrocitus puts the shield up, like some of Scarecrow's buttons will go through it and nullify it. But I don't think he really needs to. I think Tekken Master was really just keeping it simple, going for the balls and owning the projectiles, and just really holding on to the life lead.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it kept it simple. I mean, both with large normals. I mean, the back two from Atrocitus, the dive from Scarecrow, but yeah, kept it simple.
Range. Range is king in this matchup. I think it's gonna be one of those matchups that's really likely heavy. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's really gonna be about just sitting on it while you can. Oh, they're down 2, but it traded. So no first bar awarded. Again.
Okay. 3 times the charm.
Oh no. You see just a raw blood puddle off of next star projectile. Get it. Oh, a missed opportunity there for Tekken Master. Uses the last hit of his trait just to make sure he gets some damage. But already half a bar gone. Ooh,
what a cancel. No punish on the last hit of his trait.
Not yet. Tempting. Oh, and that's a big whiff. That's case in point. Case in point what I was saying before about the long whiff recovery. That Scarecrow down 2 having such range, but you miss it against Atrocitus. That's been easy whiff punish, and that's been chip damage for sure.
What type of whiff punish was that though? Almost 500% out of a whiff punish. That was a costly down 2.
It just goes to show that how careful you have to be. You know, that was literally one whiff button in mid-screen near a background bounce, and it was basically the round off it. It wasn't just the combo, it was the option to get some more chip damage on the back of it anyway. But you'd be ending the combo early, going for the traumatized wake up throw from Tekken Master. Brave stuff coming through.
Oh yes, he'll punish on his own. How much is
Right, that's gonna be about high 300s, so a decent chunk at least. But the big thing here is he was sitting point blank and built so much of his trait in the process, with Tekken Master finding another opportunity to summon Dexstar. Oh, but no whiff punish attempt. I mean, you have to be careful. As long as the cat is on the screen, you have to hesitate every time you press a button.
I think he could have let that Valkyrie rip. Not sure if he was in range, but...
Oh, again, he's trying to place these jump twos to just get out of range, but it just isn't working so far. I love the way Tekken Master is just using the breath to just occupy the space. It's doing a great job of just keeping the reverse grounded. Oh, the shield comes up. That's a good trade for Tekken Master. Every single time they trade like this, it's going to be better for him because he has that massive life lead.
Okay. More cancel.
I think he was just predicting the forward one from Scarecrow. Oh, he tried to go for the dive. Not sure what that was in the reverse. He went for a point blank forward one. That lunge is strong, but from that range, you have to be careful. Uh-oh, this is danger territory. Anytime you get hit by the orb and you're blocking, this is chip damage.
This is looking rough. And you know as well that he was smashing Dexstar to come out. As soon as he was...
right?
Yeah. Oh! He did bait it, but the down to be wise to it. Smart button.
Plus frames though, what's going to happen? Good blocks from Tekken Master patience, and the second he sees reverses going for plus frames, push blocks him immediately. Uh-oh, and that might be game. Having the cat out might guarantee this. I don't know. Oh no, wait, did it all do enough? Oh no, he landed on it! Oh dearie me, I hate that kind of thing happen.
Atrocitus that was almost you know, that was a win button. That was a win button for sure.
Yeah, I mean that was always going to be difficult for reverse at the end there. I feel like it was there was good intentions at the end, you know, trying to dodge, trying to use the you know, the mist just to keep himself in the air, but the cat just fires projectiles at such a wonky angle. It's just you know, there's that kind of weird diagonal line down. Scarecrow. It tracks where you are, like, and the tracking puddle on top of it. There's only so much you could have done, but that is going to bring Tekken Master to a comfortable 2-game lead already. I mean, we said before that I feel like Tekken Master, he really is the elephant in the room here. Like, he is expected by, I'd say, a good 99% of viewers right now to anticipate he is going to be one of the qualified players today, and this is why. You know, he is proven time and time again to be the strongest player from the Middle East, and this is kind of why. You know, he just has this level of dominance over the competition. But that said, the reverse, he is down 2 games, but I have to see if he can reverse things to 3-2. It's going to be difficult, but hopefully for his sake he can make it happen.
I mean, if you think Middle East, I mean, the first name that comes to your mind should be Tekken Master. I think he lives up to the expectations right now.
But if reverse can do more like that, if he can make those big reads on the Dexstar activation and just get those long-range jump-ins, then that will help out. Because look at that, Tekken Master, he summoned the cat, but he got hit immediately, and half of the trade time was wasted straight away. And that's exactly the kind of thing that reverse needs. When Tekken Master has the cat ready, that's going to be way more difficult to deal with than without.
Oh,
the big problem reverse has here is he hasn't had a lot of bar to spend, to be honest. Oh, nice. Not maximum damage, but he's taking whatever he can, keeping the life lead.
Oh, yes.
Preemptive down 2, I like it.
Oh, the Tekken Master special. Down 1 into +8. There you go.
Absolutely. The cat. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Yeah, he misses the second puddle. That's a bit huge for Tekken Master. Oh, the reverse. Consistently missing the fuzzy on the end. Just hasn't been able to block it. But no, choosing not to meter burn the interactable was a big mistake. He did end up getting hit. The interactable was gone. He's able to even things out somewhat, but look at the bar he doesn't have. Tekken Master almost 4, and the cat is almost back in play again.
I mean, that's been the story of the set, really. I mean, he's always on that meter advantage, Tekken Master, that is.
Yeah, but that's just Atrocitus, you know, when you're doing most of the work with the cat, you're spending your trait in places you would normally spend meters. He just hasn't needed to. Of course, it means he's always going to be able to have the advantage, and we haven't seen reverse be able to win a clash yet. Tekken Master is just, he's been managing his bar so beautifully. There we go, spending the bar for the knockdown, wasting some more cat time.
Such a nice combo just to, you know, get Dexstar.
And that's exactly what he's managed to do, is Dexstar is back. and get the gap. Oh, I mean, I feel like this is really the story of the matchup. Scarecrow thrives on being able to get those fear wave meter burns, you get the plus frames, but whenever there's a gap, and there is a gap, Dexter is he's firing projectiles and he's just putting a stop to it straight away. I don't think at any point the reverse has been able to really get a substantial loop of block pressure. And Tekken Master, looking to just chip him down, has no intention on ending this quickly.
He's barely pressing anything.
Oh, but even then, yeah, he needed to clash. Tekken Master has a massive life lead though, but that had to be a clash in reverse. He's going to be going down the Magic Pixel here, but I mean, he had no choice.
Cypher, yes. All right, both activate.
Uh-oh, look at those.
That's not a good look. That's not a good look. Look at him.
Oh, man. The cojones on this man right here.
He was walking in with bad intentions, I'm telling you.
Yep, he just activated Blood Siphon and just walked at the man. It's like, come on, what you got? You ain't got nothing. And then, I mean, it was another one of those situations, right? Being stuck on Magic Pixel versus Atrocitus with a tracking special move, a move that does damage when you're standing next to him. I'm pretty sure that's karma. That Scarecrow player is getting what's coming to him, I think. But of course, that's going to be a clean 3-0 for Tekken Master as he's going to move on in towards winners finals. So that means that already Tekken Master is one match away from qualifying for grand finals and qualifying for the top 8 in Vienna later. I keep saying later this year, but it's literally in 2 weeks.
It's even less
a fortnight from now.
It's on the 6th. It's incredible. It's
13 days.
It's happening so fast. It's great. It's great, really.
Indeed, but that's going to be a clean win from Tekken Master. Of course, the reverse, I feel like that set wasn't a great representation of what the reverse is capable of. I feel like those of us that saw the reverse at Biennality, we know he has the potential to play really well and be a super clean Scarecrow player, but I feel like Tekken Master just played that matchup perfectly and did a good job of just shutting down anything that the reverse could try doing. And that's the sign of a strong player, understanding how to make that happen and make it work. Reverse going to be going down to losers bracket now, but that doesn't mean we're moving on to our second winner side match, which I believe is going to be Shark Teeth versus Hamou. So it's going to be another one of those Biennality players coming back in again. The Biennality boys, it really is a question of I feel like all the players we're seeing in winner side, these were the Middle East players that traveled to Biennality. It's almost like entering offline majors can help make you a better player, but who am I to judge?
Who would have thought? I mean, these people, I got to give a shout out to them. These people made Vignali so much more enjoyable. Like, they are so hyped. When one of their boys is on stage playing, they go insane. And there was like this friendly rivalry between the Middle East guys and the Europe guys, especially like the French guys. And they were going in, screaming on the top of the lungs. And that was so fun. But even, after the sets were done, everything showed respect and, love and all of that. And that was great. There's definitely a lot of high people from the Middle East.
No, it was great. It just goes to show that, if you're not going to travel all that distance, because Middle East to Vienna, I'm bad at geography. I don't know how far away that is off the top of my head, but it was a trip. They had to fly down together.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna go all that distance and play this game together the way they do, and not bring that kind of energy with you, right? It's the same thing whenever you watch, and it happens in any scene. You watch the French guys play basically any fighting game, they're always going ballistic for each other. The UK boys back in the day used to do the same thing. It's a camaraderie, right? It's your group, it's your group of friends, your group of fellow players from that part of the world trying to represent, and they did well for themselves. As Shark Teeth and Tekken Master, of course, managing to consistently show up, and today it's going to be a question of Tekken Master getting to winners finals. Can Shark Teeth get winners finals also? I feel like Shark Teeth and Tekken Master really were the safe assumptions to making it to the finals, but only based on how much we've seen of them. I feel like it's a question of, these are the two players we've seen the most from the Middle East this year, but now this is an opportunity for their fellow Middle East players to compete. Will they be the two best Middle East players like the world is currently led to believe, or will there be an upset here, and will that not be the case?
I mean, I think it was a easy go-to option, going with the only sponsored players, I believe, from the Middle East when it comes to NRS.
I mean, shout outs to NASA, right? Shout outs to NASA for supporting these boys and giving this region a chance to show what they got.
Doing quite work. I mean, both making it to winner side top 8, and if that's a big if Shark Teeth should make it into advance in the brackets, at least one Nasser member will be guaranteed for the Vienna top 8. I mean, definitely something that is not to be underestimated. But like you said, it's not only the easy go-to option, but it's not necessarily the right go-to option, because you know, people like Shark Teeth, like Tekken Master, at some point were unknown players, and especially in a big, you know, unknown area like the Middle East, which is quite big. Don't get me wrong. There might be some sleepers in there. You know, maybe you know, still early in the top 8, we shall see or might see an upset.
Well, this is the chance for us to see that. You know,
Yes,
I feel like
definitely.
that is the case with all of these cups. I think we have had a chance to see it. You know, every now and then too. Is you know these online cups where you get these players that aren't always able to go and compete offline in the way they would like to. You know, maybe they don't live near some way that's, you know, a possibility. Maybe they aren't able to travel. But this is the chance for them to play, you know, compete from home, online, in your comfort zone. And this is the chance we get to see those breakout players. However, Hamou, we have seen him before. Like I said, he was at Vianality also, mainly known for being a Cheetah player. But it looks like today he's actually going to be playing Atom, as he did qualify this far, win inside top 8 with Atom. I believe defeating Yammini on the way also. So definitely has been working on this Atom for quite some time. Shark Teeth bringing out that Supergirl. That, of course, this is Shark Teeth's one and only character at this point. He has dabbled in a few others, but Supergirl really is where he's settled down. So this should be a good one.
I teach quantum physics at Ivy
like you said, is known for that dangerous Cheetah, but I think he also likes, you know, for certain matchups, some Cyborg, some Starfire. I mean, Starfire, who doesn't like her? You know, some Atom, obviously. So let's see. We shall see a switch in the mid-set.
But an immediate punish from Shark Teeth. Of course, he's going to be ready for that. Shark Teeth and Tekken Master, they play all the time, and Atom is a character Tekken Master himself has also. All the double jump in. Now, we're going to be seeing a lot of trickiness from Shark Teeth here. He's obviously a very, you know, competent Supergirl player at this point. He's been playing for you know, the entire 2 years the game's been out. But it really is, what would say, year and a half, I suppose, is more accurate. But of course, it has always been Supergirl. And you don't play a character for that long and not be ready. And that's going to be an immediate punish with a throw. Not enough damage, just slightly off the mark.
And that is quite a statement to make from Shark Teeth. I mean, I think it's fair to say that he is pretty much the cleanest Supergirl at this point.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like he's arguably almost the only Supergirl. I know we saw shades, you know, from Niebeck yesterday, but generally speaking, we haven't really seen much of Supergirl at all this year. I know, of course, you know, Scar always played Supergirl, Theo used to, but you know, these are players that we don't get to see her too often as a character. It's nice to see Shark Teeth still bringing it out, getting anti-air by the stomp. With this kind of life lead, Shark Teeth can 100% afford to take those. You see Hamou really just trying to play full screen. Atom without trait is considerably less dangerous, but Hamou, he's really got to watch out for those just punishable moves, because that's not the first or even the second time we've seen that punished easily by Shark Teeth. Clearly ready all the time.
And you don't often see that.
Oh, make that 4 times. Oh no!
All right. Should we count that as a punish to anyone?
I mean, it's the standing one connected, but I definitely feel like that was an example of Shark Teeth maybe thinking to himself like, all right, I've punished this like 3 times. There's no way you'll do it again.
Wait.
I mean, Hamou, this is the Atom way. Just one hit at a time, slowly bringing this back. Oh, and there it is. Uses the trait. I'll be honest, a pretty expensive way to take that round. As obviously, this trait does have some serious cooldown to it. But if Hamou, nice. Background bounce also.
Wait a minute, what happened? Yeah. What happened to the life lead, Mustard?
It's disappearing. It's disappearing quickly. Now Hamou, he doesn't have a clash, but now neither will Shark Teeth. It's just like that. Hamou is able to completely bring this one back.
2-2 again.
Got a bar. Yeah, he's got a bar. He's got trait. There's stand, but no, he's cashing out.
All right, some signs. Okay, here it comes. The early down 2.
That was a risky down 2 from Shark Teeth as well. Ended up taking a ton of damage for it.
These trades are definitely not in his favor right now. Shark Teeth.
Oh, dash up, but Hamou, he's being patient. Oh, hang on, just a second.
Found it.
He's gonna have to bust the air escape, does he? No, he doesn't. Taking the damage.
Okay, here it comes, Mustard. Here it comes. Does he block? Oh, he blocked it all!
The whole thing, and he's got the bar.
He blocked it all! Oh, wow, that was a clutch play.
Supergirl. Yeah, that was literally a make or break. Oh no,
I'm he's talking.
No, no.
You know he's not happy with that one.
No, of course not. I mean, I don't think any of us would be happy in that situation. But of course, like it's Oh, I feel like that's honestly one of those,
Supergirl.
you know, do or die situations. You know, if Hamou had that blocked, it was dead. If it connected, Shark Teeth was going to lose. So Hamou really did just bet on a full sequence of Atom trait. But Shark Teeth showing that he's got the patience, the ability to block. I mean, I think that really is something you need to show an Atom player, is you are able to block a full rep of the trait. If someone's just going to pull the trigger and just let it rock, you have to be able to deal with it for those exact situations.
I mean, I think it makes sense that he went for the trade, but him blocking everything right there. I mean, there's only so much you can block, especially when it comes to Adam. But that was a clutch block if I've ever seen it.
No, it was tough, and it's hard to block Atom even when the game doesn't depend on it. So being able to block a full sequence of that trait, knowing that if you get hit by it, that's it, game is over. Like, that's very respectable. Shark Teeth moving straight into this next game, and again, another even match here. But Hamou, no trait activated. Got a nice little bit of damage from it beforehand, but oh no! I think perhaps a missed breath from Shark Teeth there, trying to punish with the down one. Oh, catching him straight out of the air. I like it. Looks like from full screen, Shark Teeth really does try and just preemptively stop the trait in the air, because Hamou is consistently activating and trying to go nuts, but Shark Teeth is just sticking out buttons. Oh, that's the miss.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shark Teeth actually lost a lot of health from the miss there.
Something. There it is. He found it.
Cool jump, big boy reads on the throw. That's going to be an easy punish. Shark Teeth, big read, and a big payout. Oh, and again, Shark Teeth is just playing one step ahead.
Look
and
at
again,
it. Look at
instant
it.
jump.
Like, here it comes.
Oh no.
He's wise to it now, to the down two. He's wise to it.
Yeah, that's the second time in the set Shark Teeth has tried to preemptively down to the trait, and Hamou has beat it clean. But I mean, I'm assuming it works, and Shark Teeth has done it in practice. Otherwise, he wouldn't be consistently going for it, right?
Oh. Punishing the wake up.
I'll take you down to Microtown.
I doubt it.
God, this character is such a dork.
25% that is. Let's see. Same side.
Oh, Shark Teeth. I wonder if that was just a stagger attempt. Oh, Hamou getting out there, but trying to press buttons on recovery. Shark Teeth, he hasn't got any bar, so Hamou doesn't have to worry about dying on the next touch until he gets access to Cheetah.
Oh yes! Full block on the whole sequence. That's impressive.
Oh! Shark Teeth, just every button is connecting. Wake up, Super! No! Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Oh, but he didn't punish.
He was ready for the second hit. That's interesting.
Oh, Hamou. That was a panic button. That was unfortunately a panic button from Hamou there. That super was not the call to make.
Supergirl wins.
And I'll be honest, I'm happy that Shark Teeth blocked the second hit. How many times have we seen, how many times have we seen players, they'll block the first, forget about the second, and then just get opened up?
Yeah. It's not every day you see Adam go for a super anyway. If you see, you know, maybe Gur, and that hits most of the time, you know.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like we've actually seen more supers from Atom than arguably any other character in a tournament setting. I feel like, because like it really depends on the character and what the utility does, and if they even realistically find themselves with 4 bars, right? It depends how meter intensive the character is. I think Flash is one of those characters you see a lot of supers from, but that's understandable, right? Because it's just so strong.
Begin.
But, you know, Hamou is going to be going back to Cheetah.
Oh, yes.
This is the character that he really kind of debuted with at Biennality. Hasn't played it yet today.
This Cheetah is, you know, I mean, Cheetah as a whole is an explosive character, but it's just somewhat dirty. I mean, your life, if he gets the clean hit, just vanishes.
Yeah, she does a lot of damage off a lot of situations, but Shark Teeth, burning that wake up. Losing a bar for it, Hamou spending a bar. Okay, trait set up. Oh, the down 2 again. That's gonna be a deal breaker in this set. It's just that quick and amazing hitbox on that Supergirl down 2.
Oh, pressing all the buttons.
Oh, I don't know about that from Hamou. I feel like Hamou might be crumbling somewhat here. It's just these defensive options just not working out for him. And Shark Teeth is just spacing perfectly. You see him just dancing just out of the range of the sweep from Cheetah. And again, another life lead going and a clean match point. Shark Teeth, much like Tekken Master beforehand, his teammate looking to take this 3-0 at this rate.
Okay, trades up. Let's see if he can get a big play. Not quite.
Oh, there we go. Oh no, that was really unfortunate. She just wasn't looking in the right direction. And again, Shark Teeth, he scouts out the lunge. Every single button Hamou presses is being punished or isn't connecting. Shark Teeth is playing so clean.
It's interesting, I mean, so many punches, he can get anything going barely. Alright, air to air.
That should have been the life bar, I'm sure, if it connected as well.
With the background bounce.
Oh, another chance.
Oh, wow. He was ready for it. Interesting.
I mean, props to Hamou. This is a style of Cheetah that we can see players commit to, right? You really live by the leap. Just because they get anti-air doesn't mean you shouldn't. And again, the call out and the overhead grab. I like it from Hamou. Hamou not afraid to make these big risks. I mean, he's down 2 games in life bar, right?
Hamou's definitely still in this. Still has 2 bars to work with, but he's on life support.
So especially now that Shark Teeth doesn't have a wager, right? It means that these huge damage possibilities we might see now, especially if Hamou can get that trait up. Obviously easier said than done.
Okay.
Launching grab.
Wait a minute. This should hurt.
Oh no!
That was not the drop he needed.
Oh no, Shark Teeth some buttons, but Hamou not ready again. Oh!
Oh wow, what?
That was a big anti-cross-up down 2. Oh,
that's a thing.
Ending early.
Okay, same side. No, what a block.
Oh, and again, Hamou. He's not putting too many buttons. The traitor's up. This is a chance. If he can get everything here.
He needs one hit. Wait a minute.
Oh, no, he dropped it again. No, he must have anticipated the air tech. He must have thought an air tech was coming. That was game. Hamou, he made the read on the air tech, and Shark Teeth did not bite. And the trait is gone again from Hamou.
Okay, wait a minute. He's still in a good position. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Plus frames.
Back to back.
Again.
Oh, grab. Here's one bar.
Wait. Okay.
There we go.
He's popping off.
Yes, he is.
There you go, Hamou. Pop off, man.
He's still going, listen. Amazing. Oh, what a finish. That is honestly, that is why that is the kind of stuff that you like to hear, right? Because I feel like this is almost poetic for Hamou. He really is like a big advocate for Cheetah. He's a big fan of this character.
Fighters approaching Red Sun prison.
And to go down 2 games with Atom and to then win the first game with Cheetah, it just goes to show. Just because you think a matchup might be better doesn't mean it's the right choice for you in the moment. If we see this reverse 3-2. With Cheetah, that will be, a message that Hamou must remember.
Begin.
That would be crazy.
That's what he's going to want. But obviously, that's still a big ask. Shark Teeth is still looking good. Oh, especially if he's going to get those clean jumpers like that.
Still on life support, 2-1 Shark Teeth, but we've seen it now. He's got it.
Oh, sets up again. Oh, disrespect from Shark Teeth. I wonder if, from Hamou even, I wonder if Shark Teeth opted to go for the down 2 combo there. Again, the patience. It really that requires a lot of discipline from Shark Teeth. Wow, a very strange drop there.
Oh, hold on.
This is definitely a bit of a sloppy game, but there's the reactionary down 2.
This does not look good. Once again, Shark Teeth on match point. I mean, it's got to be frustrating. Every time you press the button, it's getting punished.
Yeah, but I think a big part there was just
look at that.
Like it's the corner control. It's the way Shark Teeth is just denying him the opportunity. But there's a grab. Oh, but there's a delay wake up. Okay, here's a chance. Corner combo.
Make this count.
It doesn't drop it this time. Set up. Oh, wow. Delay wake up into wake up neutral jump. Shark Teeth is playing like 2 steps ahead. Oh, get out of the air.
Alright, interruption
again. Again, that down 2.
Shark Teeth is just ready for everything.
Oh, last one cross up. Yeah, great block.
I mean, one combo realistically, and Shark Teeth's bar is gone. But it does not look
if he can get the chance. Yeah, Hamou isn't able to air tech either. Oh, the big.
Alright,
that was a big decision.
Okay, make it count. Make it count. Alright, that's live bar at least.
That was crazy. Literally, Hamou, he just got off the ground and just went ballistic. Hasn't got the trait now though, but he has to be careful. Oh!
Alright, let's see it. Does he have it?
Oh, no, he doesn't. And that's going to be an instant trait from Shark Teeth. I mean, even if Hamou happened to leap, I mean, Shark Teeth, he had a full bar of life to work with. That's going to be a 3-1 win. Shark Teeth can be moving into winners final. So you are correct. It's what you said before. There is going to be guaranteed NASA esports representation at the Vienna finals, as both NASA Tekken Master and NASA Shark Teeth have both made it into winners finals, which means that one of them is guaranteed to make grand finals, which means that one of them is guaranteed to make the top 8 in Vienna. So congratulations to NASA esports overall. But of course, the players, they'll be happy with that from a team standpoint, but they still got to play for themselves. Like you can play for the representation all you want, but ultimately it is about yourself. These guys have both been putting in the grind. Tekken Master, he came so close to making it in the points leaderboard. Tekken Master is going to be gunning for this more than anyone in this top 8.
I mean, wasn't it like literally a 5 points difference between him and Happy Paw? I think it was literally 5 points.
It was close. It was super close. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know it was a very close margin.
I don't
but
think
of course,
it's more than 10 points.
No, it was close at the very least, and unfortunately, closes still means didn't happen. Unfortunately for Tekken Master, but of course that does mean we're now done with winners for now. As we move into our next 2 losers bracket matches, which is going to be Omie versus Tekken Legend. We haven't seen Tekken Legend in a long time, and of course the famous Yammini versus UAE Ghost 555. Now, this is a mix of 2 players I don't think we've seen before. I think Omie and Ghost we really haven't seen, I think, in a broadcast like this. Tekken Legend we saw back in the MK Cup days, back in MKX. I don't think we've seen him in Injustice yet, off the top of my head. Of course, I could be wrong, but I know we used to see a bit of Tekken Legend in the MKX days. He would travel around with Tekken Master all the time. We saw him at EVO here and there, saw him at the MK Cup. And of course, Yammini really kind of burst onto the scene at Biennality last year, having some amazing matches with this green arrow, the super tidy green arrow, and taking out some strong players in his wake. So it's good to see them both back here again today.
Yeah, I mean, I've met Tekken Legend 2017 at Vignelli. That was, like I said,
was he there last year?
That was 2016. Sorry, that was 2000.
I think it may have been 2016.
Yeah, it was. I skipped 2017, unfortunately. But yeah, I think he plays Black Manta. I'm not 100% familiar and sure about Omni, but yeah, Black Manta, a character we don't see too often. I mean, we've just saw him with Sonic Fox, obviously with a crazy comeback. But yeah, definitely someone who lacks representation, I believe.
I find that so weird. Like, honestly, I feel like this game is full of characters that are really strong that no one plays for some reason. Like, and I think Black Manta is definitely one of them. Like, Black Manta is an incredible character through and through. Like, great buttons, great chip damage, great meter build, great utility. I think all he's really lacking is like a trait that is like practical in a lot of situations. I think that's the biggest thing that might let Black Manta down. As I know he's got some trait shenanigans, but you know, it's not the main use his trait does. Or the main use his trait has, I should say, at the moment, seems to be just for extending damage off of certain opportunities, right? Getting those like double jumping heavy attacks. And that's not really what you want a trait to be. You kind of want your trait to define your character. You know, character power is really supposed to really shape what that character does in the grand scheme of things. And I feel like arguably Black Manta is missing that, but he's not bad without it. You know what I mean? He still has uses for his trait, and he still has other options aside from it. So honestly, I wish we had more players willing to use Black Manta, because I feel like he really is super strong right now.
Definitely good normals, good specials, you know, forward advancing strings. And yeah, you said it yourself, he's a good character, but there's better characters, you know? So that's why I think it's not the main go-to option for all these top players.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also, like, he's a DLC character, right? So, and whilst now that's not a huge talking point, you know, a lot of the players in the scenes, they made their character choices early, right? And they stuck with those characters early on, which I feel like might be the similar reason we don't see something like Red Hood players, you know, and characters like that. You know, Sub-Zero is decent, Red Hood is decent. But, you know, you definitely do start to go towards some characters that have flaws, and that's probably why they're not played too much. But I guess we'll see as the rest of the year shapes up. Of course, Black Manta still could have a space. I'm not sure if that's what we'll be seeing from Tekken Legend today, though. Looking at his bracket and his journey through this today, it does seem like he played some Atom early on. Unfortunately, was sent to losers by a DQ. I can only assume he must have just turned up late. So good on him for getting to top 8 loser side at the very least. But he played in his losers journey to top 8. He played some Atom and he played some Superman. So maybe are expecting some Superman. Of course, Undertaker is the tag for him. As Undertaker is what I believe he changed his name to later in MKX, but of course still signing up on this side. Tekken Legend, but it's looking like you were correct. It looks like it's actually going to be Black Manta versus Sub-Zero.
Wait. Look at that Sub-Zero skin, though.
It's very edgy and dark. And I'm not saying edgy in a meme sense. I'm saying edgy because he is literally covered in edges. Look at this man.
All right, nice save, Mustard.
Oh no, force on the. Okay, there we go. Back in.
Let's see it. The battle of the DLC then.
It is indeed. Sub-Zero. I mean, I love Sub-Zero, man. I love the fact that Sub-Zero has like developed to the point in this game that he doesn't just look like Sub-Zero like again, right? There's always those kind of like anticipations of, well, you know, he's got all his MKX moves. Is he just going to be like a diet MKX? But the way he's like, you know, shaped into this game, he really does his own thing.
I think we're pretty unique when it comes to Justice. By no means is this MK Sub-Zero.
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, he's still very much built around the clone, but the clone in itself functions differently. You definitely don't have access to as many clones as, you know, you would in other games, for example. But the big thing is really, you know, the restands, the ambiguous jumping to, because it's a back-to-block fighting game. So, you know, that in itself gives Sub-Zero a new dynamic. But right now, Omar is kind of just all over Tekken Legend right now.
Uh-oh, no, the X1 not.
Be glad this is not the
Yep,
turtle.
Meterbun is just going to chew up the harpoon for free. Just, it does count as a projectile, so it's not going to do anything. Oh! Wait, he definitely could have backed up. He definitely could have flew back.
Release. I will shatter you.
All right, Omni looking pretty dominant right now.
A strong showing, for sure. He has one bar. Oh, the slide underneath. Oh, the low. Tekken Legend is just getting overwhelmed. I feel like everything. Oh, the Meatbone forward 3!
Everything's working out for Omni. Look at that, getting hit by everything. Look at that.
Oh, the stagger into the throw. Tekken Legend keeps struggling.
Alright, just for good measures.
Okay, is this going to do anything? I'm not sure. Ah, the scaling, unfortunately. I feel like Omie can really afford to take his time here. He has such a massive life lead. Oh,
okay,
straight into that harpoon. Of course, we know that Black Manta's going to be building quite a lot of bars, so he doesn't have to really hesitate to throw it out like that. Especially without a clash ready to go. And again, another opportunity. And again, okay, slowly but surely. Do you think he can make this happen? I mean, it's going to be difficult. He doesn't have a lot of bar left anymore. And
I mean,
of course, so there's going to be a Sub-Zero with the clone as he slowly works his way in.
He cannot afford to trade.
Oh, especially like that.
Or can
Oh, no. He just went literally head first into a clone. Oh, man.
There was a lot of individual hits, but nothing, you know, I didn't see anything, nothing significant when it comes to that.
All right, so I've got a question for you. How does Sub-Zero do that? You know Sub-Zero's win pose, where he, like, you know, clearly grabs the neck, lifts the head up, and it's the classic Sub-Zero fatality. How does he do that against Black Manta, where there is no neck on show? With literally one hand. What does he touch? If he, like, put one hand either side of, like, you know, the head and, like, lifted it up, maybe, but does he just, like, break through?
That's too deep for me to explain it.
Maybe there's a bit of neck. That's all we need.
Yeah. But Starfire definitely having more to grab. So let's see if this can make a change.
This is going to be the change.
I mean, he likes to zone up, so let's see if he can win the zoning war against Starfire.
I mean, I feel like it's not a bad choice. Like we said, he got the majority of his damage, especially when he was looking to make somewhat of a comeback in the first game. Almost all of that damage came from just harpoons and like air harpoons. So it was basically projectile. And what you would normally pick Black Manta to do, he wasn't able to get going. But Omie gonna catch him in the air. I like it. Oh no! Must have just anticipated a bit more gravity, but no. Too low to the ground. Oh wow, big hit there. Has got the bar to get more damage off this, but still not bad at all to get the life lead and the wake up immediately from Tekken Legend. Oh!
Chip. Look at that.
A lot of chip damage.
Oh, that was close though. It almost flew right into the clone. That could have been disastrous.
I feel like a lot of that damage came from interactable usage though, and those interactables are no longer here. So I wonder if Omie can kind of work his way in a bit more traditionally now. Still got the lead, but to the side, not so much. Oh, all right, good air dash. Okay, nice. Oh, that was such a nice hammer drop. Just to call out the instant anti-air attempt. Legend. Okay, that's what he needs. Pushing it towards the corner as well. Tekken Legend now back to the wall. Does he use the interactable to get rid of it? Well, he does.
There it is on cue. I mean, why is he doing that? I mean,
he got punished the first time, but wasn't punished a big time the second time. So maybe he's just like, well, the damage he'll take for doing it if it gets punished is still worth being out of the corner against Sub-Zero, maybe? He's willing to just take that trade. And Sub-Zero, he's got good corner carry, but it's not what he used to be.
It's so strange though, literally like on the top of the screen.
Especially like flips upwards, right, before she actually moves forward. And so much damage! It still throws me off watching the Ice Ball actually do not just damage in this game, but like a respectable amount. It's literally a projectile worth of damage, and they sped it up not too long ago.
By itself, but almost every single one, I believe, hit. I mean, it might have been every single one.
No, he didn't push the low, but didn't get hit anyway.
No.
But the down one, Tekken Legend with a wake-up down one wasn't the answer. And Omie is taking the second game and a much more traditional fatality. Take that, Starfire. Tekken Legend is going to be going down 2 games.
He died with full bar as well. You hate to see that.
Especially a character like Starfire that gets so much out of those bars as well. Like
Wake up
Starfire
with options.
Bar, yeah, exactly. It's better Tamarinian charges. It's you know, spending bar on the trait to make it a mid. It's options, right? It's options that she needs. It's mid burn back 3s. I mean, the list goes on. That's what she needs. Also, I love that Lin Kuei symbol on the belt of Omie. That's so cool.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, the gear! Sub-Zero's gear is some of the best. Easily some of the best in this game, Sub-Zero's gear.
Alright, well, it could potentially be the last game of this set.
Maybe a 3-0 fashion as well. This isn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Oh, good block.
Ooh. I think it's just coming down to him being too impatient, getting hit by stuff that you don't have to get hit by.
No, definitely. I feel like he needs a bit more patience when he hasn't got the life lead. So I feel like we're definitely used to seeing, setup. Oh, the vortex!
Yeah, that's the mix-up. What's it gonna be? The cross-up or on the same side?
I was actually literally just about to say, I like how this has been a bit more of like a traditional Sub-Zero. We haven't really had a chance at the time to see, you know, craziness from like, you know, setups and left, right. And right as I was about to consider saying it, we saw it in the corner and everything I like. This is a clean Sub-Zero showing from Omie so far. I'm actually gonna, after this match, I'm actually gonna go back through the bracket today and see who actually sent him to the losers bracket. So I'm curious because he's playing really on point.
Perfect. Let's work on it. By reverse 3-0. Reverse 25, 3-1.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? What was it? It was against the reverse?
Yeah, 3-1.
Oh, wow. That would have been Sub-Zero versus Scarecrow then in that case. That would have been one to see for sure. Oh, just milliseconds. Milliseconds before the ice ball. Oh, dearie me. Okay, this is what Tekken Legend. Yes, this is more what he needs to do. He needs to establish that long-range game. He needs to be able to get the chip on point, but I feel like it's just the ice ball placement. Just the choices of me playing these ice. It's just, and again, a clone! Omie is just so clean.
It's been the story of the set, really.
Sorcery.
He's getting hit either by the clone or the ice ball. The X1, that is, unfortunately.
Yeah, but,
again,
just a straight up forward dash. Like, there was no reason for Tekken Legend to forward dash like that. It wasn't in the corner. I mean, he's got the meter advantage. Dash to get away, but has to hesitate.
That's cute. Right back you go. Almost full screen charge.
Yeah, I really don't know if I like that, because in the neutral is when, like, the neutral of Omie has been meter burn ice ball or clone, and the charge would have lost to both of them. And case in point, I feel like Tekken Legend, he really is just, he's throwing out too much. And he's going to pay for it. Is this going to do enough damage? Not quite. Uh-oh. Ooh!
Oh, no anti-air. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I thought for sure.
Is it going to be a slide, though? This is going to be a slide. Okay. Oh, Mustard, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, I think that was a slide. Wait.
Oh, wait a minute.
Wow, he did not low. It didn't crush.
Sub-Zero wins.
No, that's forward dash into slide. Slide going low to the ground. 4-2. Not going to catch that. Too low down, and that's going to be a clean slide to do. What was that? 3-0, right? What a showing.
3-0 indeed.
Sub-Zero advances, courtesy of Omie. Well played. Unfortunately, Tekken Legend is going to be eliminated here, but obviously props for getting this far anyway. But
I mean,
that
was
going to be
clean showing.
That was good. That was. I feel like the biggest thing there was Tekken Legend was. I feel like across all 3 of the games, he was. I feel like you called it earlier on, right? It was the lack of patience. It was and it wasn't lack of patience through like, you know, jumping. It was just forward dashes. How many times did we see him just walk into a clone there because he was just trying to close the distance or catch him doing something? But how many times did he just straight up, just point blank, just dash into a clone? And it happened like so many times. I know that sometimes like it's a strong tool for Sub-Zero. It's gonna happen sometimes, but it just happened, in my opinion, way too many times.
Yeah. I mean, barely got anything going when you know, in the neutral. I mean, the story of Starfire is obviously the projectiles and all of that, but she does have a mix-up game with the grab, with the overhead, and didn't quite get any of that going at all. Just running straight
No.
into those.
You know, I
Clones,
actually
yeah.
wonder. I actually wonder what. And obviously, you know, of course, you know, shouts to all of you guys in chat. You know, familiar faces and unfamiliar alike. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good morning. Whatever time it is where you're watching in the world right now. But we do have some Starfire players in chat. Generally, do we know what is the matchup considered? Because I actually haven't personally seen Sub-Zero versus Starfire quite a lot, but I feel like a lot of what we saw Omie doing there is, I mean, it's good versus Starfire, right? Clone shuts down the forward 2 games. Meter Burn Ice Ball will basically be able to beat every projectile, but I mean, in theory, but the straight shot, right? Like the straight shot will definitely recover in time to not get frozen, but the other ones have quite a bit of long range recovery, right? So surely Sub-Zero has some decent answers for the neutral of Starfire if he's got the bar. In theory, at least on paper. But that does mean indeed, but that does mean we're moving through to our next match in losers bracket, where we're going to be going down to Ghost versus Yammini. So another one of those players we haven't really seen before versus a familiar face in Yammini. What do you expect this one to go down like?
I think this is going to be Flash coming from Ghost versus Green Arrow from Yammini. I think
that could be cool.
I mean, who would establish their gameplay sooner? I mean, Flash in general, win getting in. I mean, Flash is the Flash, but can he, Yammini that is, with Green Arrow, keep the Flash at bay and away from him? Should be interesting set.
Green Arrow is definitely one of the stronger keep away characters in the game. I think it's very traditional keep away, but it's very effective. Obviously, I think the biggest part of Green Arrow keep away is the fact that it doesn't actually cost him any bar. All of his, you know, kind of what you could say strongest keep away tool is the fire arrow, and that's obviously his trait. Load up 3 at a time, send them one by one. It's not hard to find a moment to reload it. Let's be honest.
Definitely not.
So, and the fact that he can shoot that arrow in so many different ways, and they actually recover deceivingly well. So provided that Yammini does go with the Green Arrow, he is in theory going to have a lot of bar to work with against Ghost, who I presume is playing the Flash given his history on Smash GG. So you've got a character that is decent at keep away versus Flash, who has historically not been amazing against keep away characters. But not only that, obviously Green Arrow does have access to some powerful wake ups, and I suppose more consistent keep away in the fact that it doesn't really cost him anything. But regardless, it looks like Ghost is actually going straight to Supergirl, so we're not going to be seeing that matchup at all.
I mean, we got baited, it seems. Definitely another whole different matchup when it comes to Green Arrow and Supergirl.
Oh, but the strong start with this, the sweep Ghost. Oh, but immediately getting hit by the ice arrow.
Stun arrow for the stun.
Actually, I think that's probably the most uncommon arrow we see, unless you're counting the punch club, which we don't count. So that may as well not exist.
That's not a thing.
Okay, here's an opportunity. Oh, the delay.
Short here. I see it.
Oh, yep. Cut the cyclone though.
It's going to be early down 2.
Oh, what was that?
Interesting.
Yammini with the very low damage but very swaggy combo. That was clean.
That was a nice.
Buddy, show us what's the fluke. Show us what's the fluke.
Oh yes. It was not.
That's a delicious combo from Yammini.
Atta boy, Yammini. Let's see it. What? All over the place.
Imagine if they were all overhead. And you had to like... not left and right. That's so good. Oh, he did it twice. Yammini. Oh, cleanliness. Does still have a life lead, but that was a good opportunity to get some damage there from Ghost. Ooh, the block! An immediate challenge.
It doesn't finish him though. Down 2.
Bad kind of combo to drop as well. That's going to be a full corner combo, immediate clash from Ghost. To be honest, probably the best opportunity he's had to clash so far. He's guaranteed to win. He's going to get out of the corner here, and he was about to take a full Green Arrow corner combo, which we know doesn't tickle.
But that was a beautiful sequence from Yammini. I mean, not only is he still alive, with that was still alive, but he got the clash out as well.
Yeah, that was not a bad shout, but this is the traditional game plan we've seen.
It's a teleport though. Let's see it.
Yammini tried to interrupt the gap with down 2, but I do wonder if Green Arrow's down 2 is fast enough to do so. Oh, smacked out of the head, donked on the head.
Oh, that was so unfortunate. And this not quite kill, but he's in a good position.
I wonder if Yammini just tried to walk underneath that.
Wasn't surprised, to be honest.
Second time we've seen Ghost do that, but it's definitely not reactionary. It's a hard read on that teleport.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Cree gets it. EX as well. Keeps him flashable. Wait a minute. The jump over.
Bit off more than you can chew.
No, that was a good flash from Yammini. Ghost, he made a big read. Damage was adding up fast. Just spend 2. He does need bar to finish off this life. Teleport? No. Oh, it didn't chip.
He's still alive. No. Avoids it with the arrow shot. That was unfortunate. The right read was there.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as Ghost had like chip damage territory health, we did see a lot of, you know, I do not want to say random teleports, but a lot of teleports, because I mean, what else is he going to do, right? You're against Green Arrow. Any projectile on block at that point is going to mean game over. Like, you have to make the read. He's going to arrow now, and my teleport will beat it. Or you sit there, he does an arrow, and you get hit by it. Like, that is a very uncomfortable situation to be in. So definitely don't
Fighters
begrudge Ghost going for so many teleports at the end there. But it looks like that's the last time we'll see Supergirl.
To be fair, every single one of them worked until the last one, which was very unfortunate.
They all worked, but the one that mattered the most.
Right. All right, but this is the Flash now. This is a whole nother story.
Begin.
Right, this is back to what we were anticipating before. But I feel like that just makes the Flash look like Iron Man. I can't be the only one that sees it.
Oh, definitely. Totally.
Oh! Okay, all right. Full combo.
Does not need to teleport here to get in.
He's got an ice arrow locked and loaded though. Oh! Wake up with a cyclone bow, Yammini. That was very disrespectful.
2 for 2 as well. What's wrong? Get low. That's the third grab. They get up.
And again. Another. I mean, that must have been Yammini going, he knows this is a bad idea, so I'm going to do it. That's it. But unfortunately, it has put Yammini in a very... Yeah, exactly. That's refusing to play by the rules. But sometimes the rules will win, regardless.
Okay. Wait.
We're seeing a lot of lightning arrows from Yammini, and I do wonder the reasons behind them.
I mean, might not be a matchup as he did that against as well.
Oh,
super low.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to just catch up with whatever damage he could there.
Take the grabby on that.
Ooh,
okay, gets up and going.
Be a burn roll, yep.
Speed force.
Man, I chunked that one.
Yet another reason you're going
I feel like that's the best kind of Flash against the Flash as well. He's going to take him out of the Speed Force and get you some health back, but he didn't even want to get it. He hold the bar. Okay, nice. Okay. Seeing more of those retreating shots. Savage Blasts really are the best kind of keep away. If you're willing to spend bar on keep away, Savage Blast is how you do it.
So we're approaching the corner now. Where Flash is most dangerous.
Yep,
Speed Force is active.
Oh, push block.
Nice. Smart.
Okay, Yammini, he's figured it out. Savage Blast. He wasn't doing anything before.
Overhead.
But no, nothing.
Low.
He doesn't have the bar.
Okay, one more. Needs one more.
Oh, the block on the overhead. Oh, that must have been enough error from Yammini or a big read. Oh no, Ghost.
Oh, let's go block.
The overhead.
Oh, wow.
What? Oh, the weight.
Hitting all over the place. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. He can still win. He can still do this. He can still do this.
He has a clutch though, Mustard.
No way.
Wait.
No
one
way.
hour. You're looking at 1 hour.
No way, Yammini.
No.
What on earth? How did that happen?
Green Arrow wins.
What happened? I feel like Ghost, he got so desperate to get that last little bit of life, he just ran into like 100 Savage Blasts. And before he knew it, the life lead was gone and there was nothing left for him. And Yammini is, by all intents and purposes, stealing that one away. What a showing.
I mean, that had one all written all over it. That was Ghost's game to win, but I think he just...
impatient, literally.
Yeah,
exactly. It was. He panicked and he got impatient.
He wanted the last hit.
He had a massive life lead. There was no reason. Yes, he had clash and a huge life lead. There was literally no reason to be so aggressive. He had time was on his side as well. He had it all going, but he just decided to just run in. But it did not work, unfortunately. Ghost, he had such a showing. That first life bar just deleted immediately, and he had it was all going for him. Everything was caught up Millhouse, but not anymore.
Let's see if Ghost has the right metaphor to forget about that game and make this reverse. 3-0.
Okay, another opportunity for Yammini. Has the life lead once again. Corner. Oh, the Savage Blast, the wake up forward dash from Ghost. I wonder what that was about.
Oh, almost.
I think it would have been almost a life lead too.
I mean, actually, shades of last game.
Oh, definitely. Now we reflect upon it. You know what? You know the craziest thing about the way that last match ended?
Talk to me.
It started off as getting hit by a meteor burn air, like down arrow, in Speed Force. That's what it started with. Like,
That was smart. That was smart. He can't block.
Oh, Ghost sticking out a lot of highs. And carried by 3 now. That's just looking for that down opportunity. You have to be careful. Yammini, look at this life lead. And again, he's not blocking the overhead. That meteor burn, that second hit of the meteor burn slide is overhead. You have to be ready for that.
Tries so desperately to get in, but eating all those arrows.
Oh, just out of range for that one. No! That might be the last Speed Force he's going to get a chance to use. But a big jump in manages to completely get over the Cyclone.
Can this be life bar?
Oh, no!
That was not the drop he needed, though.
That was a costly drop.
Okay.
Able to still get the first life bar. That's huge.
Told you
drop
I was
could have been everything.
Okay, wait a minute. Speed Force is going back. Okay, here it comes. This is the sequence that he needs. No bar, but trade is there. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, Yammini has
in the corner. Wait, okay.
grab.
This is looking. No, on his own wake up.
Damn.
Oh, wait. Okay, can we see it? Can we see it, Mustard? Wait. Okay. I'm cool.
He's got Clash. Clash. On Clash.
Okay, wait. Cross up. He avoids it. Wants the grab. Oh, the boost block. Oh, no.
And after all that,
Green
he's got
arrow
shoved
wins.
in the face with a bow point blank. Oh, Ghost. What a chance. That was the time he needed, right? That was his momentum. He was massively down, found the opportunity, was playing it perfectly, but it all came down to that final decision. And just like that, Yammini is just gonna just thread the needle and get that forward 2 out. Oh boy, what a scramble!
He worked so
what a scramble
hard.
indeed. Oh, and Ghost. Unfortunately, that is the match that eliminates him from the tournament, but it does mean that Yammini is going to be advancing through 3-0. Man, we've seen a lot of 3-0s today, haven't we?
Hey man, but now it's coming down to the final 4. I don't think we're going to see a 3-0 in the next set. I'll tell you that.
No, I think it depends on what we have coming up. Because if we have, okay, it's going to be Hamou versus Omie. Ooh, hello, Hamou versus Omie. So it's going to be either Atom or Cheetah versus Sub-Zero. So regardless, something we don't get to see very often. And I must admit, I am a big fan of watching Sub-Zero in Injustice 2. I feel like he thoroughly is one of the funnest characters to watch, in my opinion. And I say that as a horrifically biased Mortal Kombat fanatic. But I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. I'm sure I'm not the only one.
You're not alone. I mean, you're definitely not alone.
Of course, I'm commentating with Mitsuones, Inferno Scorpion of the world. I mean, and I've got to say, shout outs to the Middle East community. You know, this is the first time that the Middle East has had something like this to really show what they can do. And I know it's long awaited. I know the community has wanted something like this for a while. So I'm happy that it was able to be provided. So, you know, shout outs to Intersport, Warner Brothers, like the powers that be that made this happen. Thank you for giving these other regions an opportunity, because we are seeing some amazing gameplay from players and regions that we just don't get to see often. You know, I mean, let's just backtrack some of the ones we've seen already, right? Australia, Wasminator winning, not a surprise at all, but of course it was good games. Gilbags, we've got a Joker player. We have Joker going into the Vienna top 8 in 2 weeks' time. Of course, EU East, we had K-Top, and Do Basic, Enchantress.
Beautiful.
We've had some pretty interesting characters already qualify for the top 8, and just a handful of matches now away from finding out who those other ones are going to be. Because, of course, winners finals, we have Tekken Master and Shark Teeth waiting, which, to be honest, it's not really a surprise. I think Tekken Master and Shark Teeth are definitely the favorites to win this. Mm-hmm. And for good reason. You know, that they are the two NASA boys from the Middle East. They've been jet setting around all over for Injustice Pro Series events this year. And
the commitment, man.
Yeah, 100%. It's effort, and through that effort, they have managed to cement themselves as the top 2 players in this region. But of course, winners finals doesn't mean first and second. They still could potentially drop it here. So they do have to make sure they're still playing as best as they physically can.
Yeah, it might still be, you know, Yammini maybe within Green Arrow. Should be interesting as well in Vienna. I mean, that's what I love. It's not only a bloodbath, a war zone of all these different talented individuals, but it's a matter of diverse characters as well. I mean, Enchantress, I mean, you know, Joker. I mean, how often did we see a Joker? You can definitely count it on one hand. So I'm definitely looking forward to the finals. 13 more days. It's almost like a final on its own, I think, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But that really is I feel the call to action. You know, 2 weeks is, you know, 14 days is a long time, but it will quickly shoot by if you've qualified for it. But of course, we now go into this next match, which is still losers bracket action. It's going to be Hamou. Looks like he's going back to the Atom, and it's going to be Omie with the Sub-Zero that we saw before do amazing things, eliminating Tekken Legend 3-0. And Hamou going 3-1 against Shark Teeth in winners. So, you know, Hamou is definitely... He did qualify for this top 8 on winner's side, so he's going to want to kind of continue that hot streak if he can, despite now being in losers.
I wonder if he deactivated
I wandered onto a
mic
set.
Or is he still popping off?
You know, that's a good question.
That's the real mix-up.
Not good when the ninjas know your name.
Begin.
All right, let's see it. Game 1.
Okay,
Alright,
but
I'll trade for you.
Obviously, player 2 having a bit of an advantage on the stage at the start, being able to throw the interactable straight away, the blocks. Oh, Hamou!
Oh, yes.
Opened up by the big hammer of Sub-Zero straight away, and he gets the freeze. Uh-oh, left, right? No, he doesn't take it. Oh, it's plus frames. I like that setup.
All over him, coming out in aggressively in this game 1.
Alright, so I feel like that ground pound is going to put a bit of a spanner in the works of the traditional clone pressure that we saw, the clone neutral that we normally see Sub-Zero players try and establish.
Oh yeah, that was smart. Waited for the clone to disappear to go in.
Okay, there's both opportunities to bring the life bar back, but straight away, the second he fires the gun, meter burn ice ball. I love the way Omie has just been picking his moments to use these. Has he got any bar left though?
All those individual hits. Let's see if this trade sequence can kill. Not quite.
He's got a clone out. Flipping back. Oh,
wow!
Teleport. Wonderful teleport from Hamou.
Nice evasion. I mean, it's Adam. Of course, he's not.
Yeah, it's kind of his point. I think it's like the main thing he does. But of course, it was really important for Hamou to get that life bar back without taking damage himself. He's trying to even things out straight away. And a teleport again. That's twice now that Omie has gone for that interactable and lost.
Woo!
Oh, push block. Oh, no hit confirmed.
One is straight and another teleport though.
I wonder if he tried to take it out.
Force into the corner. Hit by a raw 4-3.
I've still got a small advantage.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen him get opened up by that, unfortunately.
Of that I am painfully aware.
Unfortunately, a very laggy clash. I hope this.
That was almost a slow motion clash, you know, talking to each other.
Wait, and now we're fine again. What? Oh, perhaps not.
Had a little talk, you know. Deep talk. All right.
Okay, there's the last bend. And then we're saying clash straight away. I mean, he's going to clash with Hamou's back to the wall.
More than his belt to fight with.
All right. Little small talk again.
Yeah, it's going to be a guaranteed win, of course. 15% health, not bad.
Both being without meter.
Ooh! Hamou. Yeah, Hamou actually didn't stand up to that either, so I think he may have been again. Oh, the bar spin. Hamou, he has no clash and he has no air tech. It's guaranteed damage. Oh, no, he dropped it! I must say, but this is definitely not the same Omie we saw before.
Oh, yeah.
His execution is definitely not the same.
Not as clean.
Oh!
Oh, wait a minute. What a teleport. Ah, blocked the block up.
Oh, the freeze! And Hamou! He has no way. Yeah, no
Finally,
way
it does now work out. The teleport.
I mean, that was the first time we saw the teleport go into the clones, so I definitely can't hold it against Hamou for trying it. I think he definitely managed to get around like at least 5 or 6 clones that time.
Oh yeah, he was very slippery in that match.
Oh, unfortunately, looks like the connection isn't quite playing ball in any of these cinematics. It's weird, like it's not lagging a huge amount in the game itself, but it is in like all between. Oh, Hamou's left. I mean, to be fair, like when you get I believe that's the case. Can you back out if it's too laggy? Okay, so if we get a huge lag, if it ends up being really laggy again, we're just going to back out and remake the lobby and see if that helps.
All right, so this will be 1-0 to Omie.
Indeed.
So
we are back to normal. Okay, but the opening coming out. So it looks like Omie took the first bar, but Hamou did the first major chunk of damage. It's not because I can imagine the stomp from Atom is going to do a lot of wonders to deal with the clone, but a lot of ranges that you would clone obviously is like jumping territory, so I wonder if it's actually as easy as that.
Alright, the first trade sequence, I believe. You see it in the set.
It's one in its entirety, as Omie has lost a huge amount of life. Oh, no, lands in time.
Not quite. I like the idea of keeping, you know, Omnie away, but again, this is Corner City.
Hamou back there, but the down one finds opportunity. Down one into full combo. Scary stuff, chemicals. Oh, wake up jump, but Hamou, one step ahead, scouts out straight away. A big turnaround from Hamou this time.
Definitely.
Oh, wow, straight to the clone.
He's himself in the corner. Wait. Interesting that he wasn't even in range of the background bounce.
I think the big thing is Hamou's actually playing a lot more patient this time.
Yeah.
I feel like in the first game it was like every time that there would be a clone on screen from Omie, Hamou would feel almost like obligated to do something about it, right? Or attempt to do something about it. Whereas this game, he's content to just let there be the clone and just sit there.
Just working out in his favor. Let's see if he can keep that.
Oh, coming up by the low. There's the trade, that's gonna be a full. Oh no, goes distance. Oh!
Oh wow, was that a bait? Thinking they were going to back off?
Maybe. Oh, big teleport from
Oh, the cross side, yes
no
sir.
end to your
Forcing the
magic?
clash.
You're talking
yeah,
to
this
a
game
man
has been
of
almost all
science.
Hamou. I feel like even though Hamou's almost lost a bar of life, most of the time he's taking damage, he's trading out at the same time. So he's still kind of keeping the same life lead.
Let's
Forward
see it.
again.
Oh yes, being so slippery.
Down one war.
The Cold War.
Is it cold?
I must say, it's really weird seeing Atom players poke with down one when down two is usually the only real button you see in that situation.
Yeah.
But down one is the one that combos into special, so obviously it does have its uses. Oh, down three again. Oh, there we go. Now it
Snipe.
has a clash. Decides not to use it, saving it for a rainy day. Uh-oh. Oh!
Okay, the chemicals maybe? Oh, wow.
The second Hamou builds bar, this should be over though. The second he gets that teleport. Oh, hang on a minute.
Wait, okay. No, I'm cool. Not yet, not
I've
yet.
never seen
Okay, this is
such
going to be
weird
difficult though,
science.
because the second Hamou builds a bar and meet burn teleport becomes a thing, it is going to be so hard to avoid. Oh,
Chemical City, yes sir.
Oh,
yeah.
dearie me.
Look at this
Hamou.
science. Well, I storm
Indeed.
you.
Adam.
Power of science is the best way of deleting the magic pixel. Most maybe walk away with that one. One game apiece. That was actually really well played by Hamou. Just he needed to do some specials to build a bar, so why not just do the special that again puts a cloud of damage in front of you?
Smart play, 1-0.
Okay, and also connection a lot smoother. So that's
Oh yeah, look.
happy to see it.
Wait, no switch?
Sub-Zero.
He was. I don't know if I should say he was hesitating because it could have just been like he just took a little bit of time to get to Sub-Zero. But I wonder if he does actually play any other characters. Because I feel like it's very common
Fighters
for players to do that
approaching
nowadays, but
Brainiac's ship.
at the same time, not every time. Still though, one apiece, so already one of the first non-3-0s we've seen today.
Yeah, about time. I told you. Probably not going to see
Begin.
in the next set.
Oh, you were right. Oh, tried to get the air-to-air, but a little bit too late. Oh, even though he got the first bar, he did just get smacked on the face by an interactable. That could do a nice chunk of damage. Full trait.
First hit of the trade.
Oh, did he
yes.
actually spend the bar at the time as well?
I think so.
Uh-oh. But no bar from Hamou here to get more damage. Oh, but no jump too. That would have connected clean.
Yeah.
Also, Omie. He just hasn't had the confidence we've seen before. Does he go for left right here? No. She wants to go for plus frames. I wonder why we're not really seeing him enforce the left right mix up. In
strange.
a lot of opportunities. Because it's a true 50-50. And he did have the bar to extend damage if he wanted to. Oh, but there we go, forward dash into down two. That's the kind of confidence. But no, one too many reps. Ended up not only missing the corner pressure, but now he's in the corner himself. This is
That
not
could
what you want
cost
to
him
see.
the life bar. That drop.
Yeah. He had the life lead almost guaranteed. Oh.
And it is indeed. We saw such a clean Omnie earlier on, but now looking a bit flustered almost.
I feel like he's just not playing as sensible. I think that's the big thing that's holding him back so far is I feel like he doesn't have the confidence in the reads he's making. So when he actually gets, he tries to bait something out, and the result he's looking for happens, he doesn't always seem ready for it.
Okay, let's see. Teleport?
Yeah, you can see Hamou just jumping around. I mean, yes, Atom has so many options, right? He can float, he can teleport. This character is probably the hardest in the game to pin down anywhere on the screen. So Hamou making himself as just mobile as physically possible. Oh,
All right,
hello.
smart flow.
Oh, Dolt straight on the head. Interesting to not put Hamou towards the corner though. I wonder if he just knew he didn't have bar and the corner wasn't going to be great use to him if Hamou has a teleport. But there you go, with punish, going straight into the projectile.
Maybe he wanted the background bounce? Even if. Definitely it did not work out as he gets the clean. Ice ball.
Let's get small.
I fear
Well,
no
getting the clash out of Hamou at this point it is going to be really important. But unfortunately, I mean, we can't ignore the life deficit he's got. Oh, and again,
yes.
I love the way
Another one.
Omie. No more. It looks like he's almost reacting to the trait activation.
Yeah,
with the clone. As opposed to putting the clone up preemptively in case he goes for the trait, he's now waiting to see him shrink and then doing it.
Okay, let's see. This is almost corner city. Oh, evades it. Can you block?
I do not
I'll say
wish
Omie
to
definitely
kill
does
you.
not seem
I've got
confident
more
blocking
than
the
his
Atom
belt.
trait at
Right.
all. Every single time he's blocking it, he's getting hit by damage. Like Hamou isn't needing to stagger it, he's not needing to go for throws, he's just literally just committing to the full mix. And Omie is getting hit by it every time. Uh-oh,
no.
this might, I think it's game. I think it's game. So there's anything he can do. No.
Oh,
Wait,
that was a rough look.
At that health against a cornered Atom, I actually feel like that Atom is one of the few characters in the game that actually doesn't have to worry about being cornered. Because he has a million ways to get out of the corner, is closer to his own chemicals in the corner against characters that need to get close range,
Right.
and has like obviously quite a wall defense and mobility. So if ever you do look like you're going to go in to pressure him, he can just get out.
I mean, especially when it comes down to that life deficit and him being at pixel health. That's GG. He'll gladly take that home, which is his corner.
Exactly. Well, it looks like Omie is actually
He's thinking
doing
this
a
time.
No, he considered a change, but decided not to. He's sticking to Sub-Zero thick and thin. He took the first game, but Hamou has quickly turned it around the next two and hasn't really looked to be in bad shape because of it.
I mean, he's definitely playing smarter. Not as clean, but smarter. With the clone and almost nullifying the trade, but if he doesn't have that safety net, which is his clone, just tends to get hit by it. Let's see if this time. Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's more ways. But I mean, perhaps the air clone is the answer. Because if it's the air clone, he can't get over it with the Atom, right? He can't actually physically get past it.
yeah,
Maybe the air clone is what he needs to do. Because standing on the ground is like, it's easier to do, sure, but the air just covers so much more.
Oh, yeah,
block.
smart push.
I feel like that
Close.
really is it though for Omie, because like every time it's either push block or clone to deal with the Atom trait, which really says to me that he just doesn't want to block it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, there again,
Right there.
every time he's blocking the Atom trait, he's having to spend a bar to push block it. But by the time that the Atom trait is back, he's built a bar again, so it's almost not too much of a problem. Oh, that clone though, I guess some damage. This is the kind of game that he needs to be careful of though, because taking any piece of damage from Atom full screen is dangerous. Because the second he gets in, and again you're blocking stuff, you're taking more damage. Oh, interesting though. Landed on the ice ball.
Oh, the down two getting cleanly punished.
Yep, into the grab.
All even now.
Kong represent.
Okay.
I wonder why he'd push block that though in that situation.
He probably just wanted nothing to do with him.
Seems that way, but unfortunately he didn't really achieve much, as he's going to be put in the corner again, and now Hamou is on match point to take this 3-1 at this rate. Uh-oh.
On the verge of being eliminated from the tournament, but 2 bars. Not hugely down on life, but as I say, that forces to use the flash.
The problem is, I feel like, again, whenever Omie is able to get damage because Hamou has made a mistake, it's not like he's able to enforce anything. I feel like Hamou is just being so slippery. Oh,
yes.
chemical. Again, Atom back to the wall. This actually isn't super dangerous.
Yeah, it's not that
Especially if
scary.
Hamou- Oh, double jump in. Another push block. No punish, we need to see more.
I don't think he believed.
No, I didn't see it.
Yes.
Oh,
the grab,
no.
almost.
He blocked 99% of it and then got grabbed at the end. Hamou with the call out. I think Hamou was that was actually really smart from Hamou. Omie, first time he's blocked that trait the whole way, you know he was committed to blocking the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hamou instantly recognized it and went for the throw. That was so dirty.
I mean, the throw being such a smart option because
Oh,
even
there
if
we
you
go.
tech, he's out of the trade.
They say smart, Hamou now playing a lot cleaner, realizing that as soon as Omie went for that clone in the neutral and it wasn't possible to get over with the trait, he just came out of it. So much smarter from Hamou now. Oh, that's game.
And
That's
that
got to be
is
it. Oh no!
All right. And the science. Okay. How long can you keep this up?
I think this is literally all 3 games. I think all 3 games.
Well, oh, okay.
No, Omie! Just because you're frozen your opponent doesn't mean the cloud disappears. Oh dear. I mean, he couldn't jump over it either, right? Like, I don't think it's too tall when you spend both chemicals.
But to be fair, he was thinking about that for a second. He just stood there. Should I not? And I think he was anticipating that the science would, just be gone by the time he went in. He was thinking about it for sure.
That's wishful thinking right there. I don't think there was any realm that it was going to vanish. But I mean, what was he to do?
Oh,
he was
no.
like practically Magic Pixel for the 3rd game in a row. All 3 games ended that way. But alas, it is going to be Hamou moving forward. And I've got to say, props to Omie for getting so far with this really clean looking Sub-Zero.
Oh, definitely.
It's unfortunate this set went the way it did for him. But of course, that's just what happens sometimes, especially when Hamou was able to make the adjustment that he was. And he's going to be advancing through. So congratulations to him. That does mean now that we have a very interesting losers bracket match coming up before we get into our winners finals. It's going to be the reverse 25 versus Yammini. So the reverse, of course, being the Scarecrow player. Again, a quick history lesson. Those of you that may have watched Venality a few months ago would have seen the reverse send Happy Power to the losers bracket with Scarecrow. And Yammini, of course, had his breakout at Venality last year. With this Green Arrow, and is also looking really strong today. So this could be an incredible match coming up.
I mean, this is probably the most exciting one when it comes to the losers bracket anyway, at this point. Yammini with the Green Arrow. Well, I think the reverse 25 is a Scarecrow main loyalist through and through. I don't think I've ever seen him pick anything else.
This will be Scarecrow versus Green Arrow, 100%.
That's what I think as
I'll
well.
be very surprised.
Do you think? What do you think? Can he keep Scarecrow out?
It's a weird one because again it goes back to Green Arrow is a super strong keep away character, especially against characters that are have very grounded ways in. And I know Scarecrow's got a teleport, sure, but fundamentally he works his way in with normals, with forward dashes, slowly but surely. The biggest thing that I think is going to be good for Yammini is kind of getting off the ground mid-screen shouldn't, in theory, be as dangerous as it is for other characters because of the amount of wake-up options that Green Arrow has that kind of, for example, like Savage Blast, things like that kind of move him away. Or even the traditional slide wake-up, right? Like it's anything with mobility is okay versus Scarecrow mid-screen, but fundamentally, if Scarecrow gets him cornered, he's going to struggle, and that's what Scarecrow wants to play to do. Now, we did see the reverse struggle to really get anything going versus Tekken Master in winners bracket, but I mean, it's Tekken Master, right? Tekken Master is the #1 player from the Middle East and has consistently proved that, and today is no exception. So I think this will be a very different style of the reverse that we saw in the winners side now. But I'm really excited to see it, regardless. Because this is more of a thing that these are 2 very interesting players that I haven't personally seen play before. So I'm really interested to see how they specifically match up against each other, matchup or no matchup.
I mean, it just goes to show it's always funny to see 2 characters whose gameplay differs so much. The other one wants to keep you away, the other one wants to get right in front of your face, and it's always it's coming down to who can establish the gameplay the best. And I think that should be interesting for sure. Scarecrow versus Green Arrow.
All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just quickly remaking the lobby so we can get all of our admins back in. Of course, when we had any connection issues before with Hamou, obviously, we want to make sure we can do what we can from our side to make sure the connection is as smooth as possible. So lobby's being remade, so we'll just be an extra couple of moments before we can get the players back in and ready to go. But I must say, I'm enjoying this tournament so far. I think this has been a lot of fun. The Middle East has shown off some really strong players already, and of course, there are still some incredibly strong players left in the tournament. So there's still very much all to see. Let me just quickly AFK so I don't forget to do that again, because that's always fun. You should have an invite as well, Mitsu. So feel free to join whenever you want. When asking shall receive. Here he is. And I must say, I'm a big fan of your desk, your studio setup. You got your MK Dragon, you got your microphone, you got your notes, your pad, you've got your Mortal Kombat headband on the side. What have I got? I've got like a Walking Dead figures apparently. I actually didn't think about this.
There is some comfy-looking bed behind you, don't you? Or
that's
sofa?
That's one of the biggest mysteries. That is a sofa, right? Because this is our living room. So when my fiance and I, we kick back and we chill out with some games. We sit on this sofa. TV is behind me. We play all sorts of stuff. But of course, this is where my desk is. Of course, this is where I stream from also. And I've got my typical Jesus glow behind me because why not? But I've been really enjoying this so far. And shout out to those of you in chat watching as well. I hope you're enjoying this too. This has been a great celebration of International Injustice 2. And I think overall, we've had some good games. And we are getting quite a way into this bracket so far, I must say, as we're getting closer and closer towards... I mean, this will be top 4, right, after this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
If memory serves. Yeah, the winner of this will be top 4. And then we'll have... Yeah, wow, just like that. There'll be 4 left. We have Yammini in the lobby. We're just waiting for Reverse to join up, and we'll be getting going. So as I said before, we're expecting this to be Scarecrow versus Green Arrow, a matchup we don't get to see too many times. I feel like we say that quite often because the meta is very set in its ways now, right? I feel like whenever you watch the major events, it's very much... We know what players are going to be there. We know what characters those players play. So we kind of have a gist of the characters that we will get a chance to see regularly, you know? And I feel like you only really see Scarecrow nowadays if White Boy is around. And that's basically it. Yeah, it's basically... Scarecrow is definitely one of those characters that's kind of fallen off, though, as well. I feel like Scarecrow was arguably, you know, in people kind of top 10, top 15 during year 1. Had a lot going for him. And while he is still, you know, he does still have his strengths, Scarecrow does still have quite a lot of weaknesses. I feel like he's definitely one of those kind of like... In my opinion, I think Scarecrow is one of those mid-tier characters through and through. He has, you know...
Fair assumption.
He has some, you know, really strong assets going for him, but he also has a lot of problems. And I feel like that is kind of the sign of arguably a mid-tier character. I think high mid would be my best placement personally. But of course, it's all about how you play. And Yammini bringing in that Green Arrow that we know he's been playing for years. See how this is going to work out.
I mean, shout outs to all these players who really are quick with joining and leaving the lobby. I mean, we can just, you know, chat a bit about all these matchups, but they're definitely going in quickly. Thank you very much for making our lives easier. Both our lives, the production and here we
absolutely.
Go.
I feel like that's the perfect way for this game to start. Is the first bar, the first hit going to Yammini with Savage Blast. I feel like that's the taste of things to come. Oh, but hang on, there, right there. Immediately, Yammini trying to go for Wake Up Savage Blast, like I said, could be a good tool mid-screen versus Scarecrow, but the reverse, straight away scouting out and chasing it down with that jump heavy. We're going to see so much of that Scarecrow jump heavy in this matchup just to try and catch him down. That's such a tremendous hitbox, and even if you don't combo from it, it's a heavy. It does so much damage in the air.
Alright, let's see. Scouts out the teleport anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, this is the story of this set for this matchup. Just,
this is what he needs to do.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's forced to go in. Oh, we almost hit a situation.
That was such an amazing pull up from Yammini, just wasn't in range. So even though Yammini has spent like 90% of this game, like, you know, playing that keep away game, it was still fun.
Wow.
Well, it was close until that connected, and of course,
he was
life
so ready. He knew the teleport was coming. Sick reaction.
I mean, but you need to do that in this matchup, 100%. Like, oh no, he still threw the trucks, he still displayed, and the alligator. Oh wow, and that's two crucial interactables already gone now for a reverse. Why can you block a truck but not an alligator? I would infinitely, even as a superhero, be infinitely more scared of an alligator than a van.
Maybe because he's dead. Could argue that.
Oh wow, and that was not a good trade for reverse. Yep. Spending all that time to build the traumatize just to lose it to an arrow trade. But this is the difficulty, you know, this is what Green Arrow needs to do in this matchup. You need to keep Scarecrow away, you need to make it as awkward as possible for him to get in. Because the second Scarecrow does, and you're blocking those fair waves, party time.
Okay, what's the play going to be? Keeps it simple, doesn't even go for the normal.
Yeah, it didn't need to, just Savage Blast occupied the space. Chip damage would do, if it hit, absolutely. And the second you teleport and you're at minus frames, it's guaranteed. Smart play from Yammini, clean stuff.
Yeah, couldn't get a lot going, could he? And had full
just
bore
wasn't
as
allowed
well.
to. Yeah, I mean, but that's it. It's like I said beforehand, the last time we saw Yammini, like, all of Green Arrow's keep away for the most part, the majority of it, I should say, is meterless. It's done with trait. It's done with, you know, loading arrows, fire arrows, and then you find yourself spending most of the bar on meter burn, Savage Blast, you know, enhancing your slide to make it safe, or, you know, obviously turning Cyclone Bow into a launcher whenever you can. But I mean, clearly doesn't even need to do that.
Begin.
I mean, I don't think he went for a single roll, meter burn roll, did he?
No, but I feel like it's one of those things that meter burn roll is an option, but when you have a teleport, that effectively does the same thing. It's kind of like you really have to find the right opportunity. But Meteor Burn Roll versus Green Arrow, it's not the best answer for the arrows themselves, because the arrows have great recovery. By the time one's connected, you're loading up the second one. So Meteor Burn Roll, all it's going to do is push you close as you then get hit by the next arrow. It's not the greatest option. And even then, look at the distance. Yammini has no interest in playing point blank unless Reverse is literally back to the wall.
I mean, he's
right here.
In that sweet spot, isn't he?
Yeah, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to be sat just outside of sweep range where the Reverse's buttons don't reach, and Savage Blast puts him even further out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, recovered in time. The gap interrupted. Oh, that was a big call. But again, Yammini using that wake up to go for the Cyclone Bow again.
Oh yes, raw down 2. Let's go. Avoiding some of it. Another raw down 2.
Okay, this is a chance for Reverse. Massive plus frames. Respected by Yammini into the tick grab. And I like it from Reverse, like jump back. Just look at him, just trying to fill the space. He wants to catch Yammini, but Yammini's not going to fall for it. And Reverse has actually lost a lot of momentum here. Yammini is given quite a big opportunity to come back. He has the distance. He has the bar. The Reverse
definitely has the
less. I feel like the life feed doesn't really mean anything here.
I mean, it's slowly depleting. Oh yes!
No, he dropped it!
He tried to keep it flashable. Does haunt him though.
Tremendous mistake. Oh, the down one. There we go. Get it this time.
Perfect interruption. Keeps it unclashable.
Yeah, the lower health Yammini gets, the more this trait is going to come into play.
But he can't afford to take a lot of those. So definitely cannot. Oh wow, keeps it unclashable and the transition. How much is this going to hurt?
He's gonna have about 100 life left. Give or take 1 or 2. Ooh, okay. So close. Yammini's still very much not a guaranteed win here, but the Reverse doesn't have any bar left.
Oh, we're slowly approaching.
There it is.
Yes.
Trait up.
Oh, the range on that!
Yeah, that was actually really dangerous because if Yammini blocked that forward 3, he could have punished it with a slide, and it would have been a guaranteed win. But Reverse, he's making that big call, that Meteor Burn forward 3. One thing that, so Reverse, I like the way he was able to actually do more up close in that game. I feel like in the first game he literally spent the whole game just chasing after Yammini, but this time he did a much better job at kind of playing around Yammini's wake up game. I feel like in I feel like in the first game, almost every knockdown was he'd kind of just steamroll his way in and walk into like a billion wake ups. But in the second game, he was a lot more careful.
Yeah, being wise to it in the second game. That was a hard fought win. Let's see what happens in game 3. 1-all.
We are back on the stage that Yammini won with last time. Oh, and again. So the Reverse is really sticking to that kind of like next level read style. Again, we're seeing those early Meteor Burn back 3s and 4-3s. Oh, no punish on the slide! Yeah, Reverse really can't let Yammini get away with that. I'd like to see Reverse go for a couple more of these, you know, the wave obviously does absorb projectiles. So I feel like that Reverse, like, it'll be good for him to just do that, if anything, just to build some bar.
Exactly.
Because if you have like over 200 seconds, right, you have a long time in this game before a timeout. So you can afford to sit full screen and absorb those arrows. The only one you can't really react to is the electric, but... Oh, no, he didn't get a combo! There we go, here's a chance.
Okay, yep. A. Okay,
and the trap's gone too. Trap's gone too, he's only got 1 bar. No, he does the back 3 too early! I like the... Is
that what he was looking for?
No, definitely. He tried to go for a meaty back 3 to get plus frames, but unfortunately Yammini, maximum delay wake up Reverse, just completely whiffed and got punished accordingly. I respect what he was going for, but unfortunately it didn't work. Wow, literally throw punish. Yammini ready always.
Okay, this is Corner City.
Okay, plus frames too. Raw grab or button? What do you think? Oh, no, confirm!
Bit of both. Alright.
There was a bit of both. Yeah, that's good for Reverse to get that life bar down. Oh, Yammini tried to interrupt.
Huge.
Oh, what a mistake!
Alright, this is pretty even though. This is pretty even. Anything goes.
The problem is it shouldn't be. Reverse should be having corner pressure here, should have a life lead, but that was a big drop. That's a costly drop.
Okay, wait, he doesn't have a lot of space to work with. Reverse almost in there. As I say,
the problem is Yammini, like every time Reverse gets close, Yammini is just sending him straight back where he came from. I mean, case in point, look. He's cornered. There we go, Reverse, big read.
Flash.
And again!
Okay, this is gonna be tough. Can't get hit by any more. Yeah, and it's sniping him. He's wise to it.
I feel like Yammini is just, it seems like he's just getting off the ground for free, which is, I mean, to be fair, it's easy to just point that out, but it is difficult to play against this kind of character, right? When you don't have the life lead, when you do have to work your way in, when it's getting difficult, and you find yourself in a position that you've knocked someone down and you know they have multiple wake up options, on top of things like delay wake up, right? It's not like Yammini is just getting off the ground with a wake up attack every time and he's just, you know, guessing which one to do. He's delaying wake up, he's mixing up whether he wakes up with empty jump, whether he gets up normally. If he's got bar, does he go for the wake up slide? With, you know, does he go for the safety on it? Like, Yammini is making himself really unpredictable, and the reverse just isn't able to quite get a read on how to get him off the ground.
Yeah, let's see if the reverse can keep his composure, because this type of matchup can frustrate. You have to go in, and if you go in, you get sent full screen again, just like that. I mean, you really got to be patient.
You have no choice. Like, it is the way the matchup has to be played. You have to play it at a snail's pace, because if you don't, you're just going to walk into arrows and die. There's no two ways about it. If you don't play slow, you will lose. And unfortunately, every time one of those arrows is blocked, it's building bar. One thing about Green Arrow, like, he doesn't build bar by doing the arrows or loading the arrows, but if you block the arrows, starts to get quite a lot of bar.
And look at that, even with the teleport, try and get in sneaky. He's just, you know, getting out of here.
Okay, spending 2 bars here. Restand. Doesn't mix up. Oh, hello.
Forward
just
3.
another bar. That could have been huge if he was able to get a restand again.
Nice sequence.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Reverse, literally, he wasn't able to do any damage to Yammini. He got 1 meter burn forward 3 and turned it into a life bar. What a sequence from Reverse. And again, that's what he needs to do. Play around the wake ups. Uh-oh, punish.
Where has this
no, nothing from
gone?
Yammini. So Yammini's turn to freeze up now in Reverse. Yes, it's going. Oh, wake up invincibility. Oh. Nice.
Down
and
2.
yeah.
Oh no. Gets it out of the corner. This could be dangerous. Oh yeah. Wasn't ready
Doesn't want to, unclashable. Doesn't want to let him flash.
Let's see. That's a reload.
Okay, Yammini. I mean, Yammini technically on match point, but massively backed against the wall here. Uh-oh.
Jump in, yes sir.
Oh, that take damage. That take damage. This is it. It's over. It's over. It's over. 100%. That's over.
Wow, just like that. Almost steals it after the dominant first life bar.
By far the biggest adjustment there was the reverse, reading Yammini like a book on wake up. That was easily the biggest adjustment there. Wasn't that in the other games? Reverse is just getting hit every time Yammini gets off the ground. That time, reading him, making those big, like, you know, big decisions, jump back, you know, deep jump in 3 to beat certain options. Then he started to work, and it wasn't just that. The second Yammini finally got off the ground, meter burn back 3, meter burn forward 3. It's all gutsy stuff, but oh my word, does it do damage if it works. And again, we're on the jungle again, or the swamp, I should say.
I mean,
that's 3 times.
Will they notice that?
I mean, both matches that Yammini's won, it's been Slaughter Swamp. And they're randoming the stage every time, and it's giving it every time. Yammini is blessed by the random stage gods today.
Let's see if it haunts him 3rd time. Final match.
Oh, okay. No bar to meter burn, unfortunately. Oh, I like that. Opted not to go for a confirm on that jumping heavy because he didn't want to get Yammini out of the corner. But that's the biggest difference, right? The last game, Yammini was back to the wall for a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
And when the Green Arrow doesn't have space to work with like this, yeah, immediate teleport, reverse, realizing he put himself in the corner. Nothing to do with it. Nice 4-3 again. Spending a second bar. 2 bars, expensive, but this could be momentum shift.
This could be it.
And again,
this is the sequence that he needs.
Yammini's getting opened up by the low in that string every time, and I wonder why. Oh, a mix up there. Oh, armor break. Reverse finds himself on match point.
Just
Yammini.
like that.
Well, hang on a minute. Never say never. Yammini finds his own galactic meter burn back 3 to get out the corner.
Well, this is still anyone's game. I mean, you're looking at 2 arrows, just like that. No interruption this time. I think he
didn't want to risk it. He didn't want to risk it, because if he did, he would have lost the life bar. Oh,
but just like that. Will this, you know, not taking the risk haunt him? This is dangerous.
He does still have Yammini there. Oh, back
from downtown.
Literally the longest forward 3 I've ever seen. Wait, he just neutral crouched the second hit.
It looked funky. Ooh. That was a good trade for the reverse. Doesn't want to flash.
Oh, wait, no. He hasn't got the damage of a time. He's got traumatized. traumatized getting to max and stop Yammini taking damage near him.
Yeah,
that's not what the reverse wants.
Yeah. Usually that's what you want as a Scarecrow player. Not in this position. Yes. Or is it though? Or is it though? It was exactly what he needed.
I cannot believe that Yammini got hit by that traumatized.
He probably just didn't even think about that. He was,
I mean, maybe.
Those arrows were free the whole match, basically.
Wow.
The only thing he had to think about was the teleport. I don't think he was ready for that.
But I mean, clearly, right? But that clearly is what it comes down to. And what a match! What a 3-2 result. The reverse is able to bring it back from what, to be honest, a matchup that looked like he was having a hard time. He was having a hard time with that matchup early on. But what an adjustment! And it all came down to just those. I mean, it was the forward threes, right? It was the meter burn forward threes from downtown. From downtown. Oh, he took the tram on that one. Comes straight back in, losing all that life instantly. And it wasn't just the forward threes, right? It was turning them into restands. He was turning them into hard to clash situations. Just perfect play. The reverse absolutely deserved that one.
Being wise to the wake ups as well. Stuffing them and doing the smart stuff, jumping over them. The blast wasn't letting him waking up for free.
But I actually feel like that was a perfect demonstration of what that matchup can look like at a high level, because you have, when it's mid-screen and, there's mobility options, there's interactables to get around, and Green Arrow has the life lead, it looks like, this is a hard matchup for Scarecrow, no doubt about it. But the second Scarecrow has Green Arrow back to the wall, it looks really hard for Green Arrow to get out of it. But I actually would almost have liked to see Yammini go for a few more meter burn rolls to get out of that, though, because I feel like when you go for that style that we saw from reverse, like a lot of those kind of like preemptive meter burn forward threes in the neutral, those jumping threes to try and get around, meter burn roll will go through them both. And when you have as much bar as Yammini had, maybe that would have been worth a try. But of course, isn't hindsight a wonderful thing? It's easy for us to make those assumptions after the fact and say, man, he went left. He should have gone right. It's we can always sound so smart on the commentary standpoint. But regardless, that was a great set and probably my favorite one. That was probably my favorite set that we've seen so far.
The first game 5 as well, wasn't it? In this top 8. Yes,
actually, I think it was our first game 5. Yeah, that's really cool.
My controller even died mid-set.
Oh, dearie me! Actually, I've got plenty. I've got plenty battery. I'll be fine. Now let me just consult the chat, see what's going on. It looks like we're good to continue. It looks like
it's happening, man. It looks like a Nasser T battle. We have winners finals. Nasser Tekken Master, none other than Tekken Master versus Nasser Shark Teeth. I think them making, or at least one of them making winners finals, doesn't surprise anyone.
This is the winners finals we expected. Let's be honest. I feel like it's obviously not to take anything away from everyone else in the Middle East, but these are the two players that have cemented themselves as the best players in the Middle East so far in terms of results, consistency, and ability to really bring it. But both of these players have some top tier scalps on their belt. Through competitive matches, of course, Shark Teeth, beating Dragon at Combo Breaker. Tekken Master had his really good, strong year 1, obviously making E-League top 4 as well last year, and just all the in between. Tekken Master is a tremendously successful player. Has not had a great year, let's be honest, for Injustice this year. It has been tough for him. It seems like, and of course, I don't want to put Tekken Master on the spot, but I feel like he has had every which way to qualify and just hasn't been able to yet. I feel like the odds have really almost been in his favor to make the finals. And this is basically his last chance. I don't think he's able to make the last chance qualifier. I think the only way that Tekken Master can really make it in is if he wins the Intercontinental Championship. That being said, he is in a good spot to do so. He is a tremendous player and is in a good situation to do so. But of course, Shark Teeth, he's not going to be letting up. Shark Teeth does not have enough points either, and is also going to be gunning for that spot. They may be teammates, but they both want this, and they both want this bad. It's going to be winners finals. But that's been and of course, I'll let you get a word in eventually, I swear. But we have top four cemented, and it's the 4 guys that went to Viennality. So go to your majors, go to your tournaments, train together, and you will become good players eventually.
Begin.
Travel. But interestingly enough, Tekken Master going with Batman, and I actually heard that Batman is still his strongest character. Would you believe it?
I think it's hard to say. I think that Tekken Master is the kind of player that, like, still to this day, does not have a main in Injustice 2. He does not have a main asset. I think his favorite character is Atrocitus, but I would definitely say that Atrocitus is far from his best. He has a good Atrocitus, but I definitely don't think it's the most optimized of his characters. The last time we saw his Batman was during the online IPS Cup, and it was very tidy. So I'll be very surprised if he hasn't got some serious time behind his Batman.
Maybe that's something specific against Shortcut as well. I mean, teammates, team friends, all of that. You know well that they're playing a lot. So maybe he knows something that we don't, especially when it comes to Supergirl.
I mean, he's definitely the kind of player that, with the amount of times that Tekken Master and Shark Teeth would have played, and the amount of characters that Tekken Master plays, you know he's going to have, like, characters of his that basically do the best when he plays against Shark Teeth. That in a tournament setting will go, right, well, last time we played casuals, my XYZ character did way better here, so I'm going to try that next time. And here we are. But Shark Teeth was actually the one to draw first blood here and take that first life bar, so not looking like quite an obvious choice here, perhaps.
Better, but not
And the early
good
clash.
enough.
The Tekken Master special once again.
If.
Shark Teeth shift territory.
Oh, headbutt.
And just like that.
I'm not
Okay.
your enemy.
Bruce Wayne doesn't even need the cowl to make the headbutt work.
Alright. Let's get the conversion.
4-2, okay. Tend into it. More damage. Big
Oh,
wake
wow.
up from Shark Teeth.
Raw as well.
Oh, the whiff, but no whiff punish. Recovering that dive kick. Too strong. Oh, reversal throw. This is the kind of level of play. Oh, where did that even hit? That was like directly on top of his head.
This big sequence. Look at that damage. Probably needs one more. Which side's gonna be? Same side.
Ooh.
Doesn't watch his legs. Tekken Master!
What? Standing
Cross-up.
cross-up, yeah.
Hero?
You're no
Having a small
ordinary
hitbox
girl.
isn't always the best thing to have.
Especially against Batman.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that is small hitbox only. It's the standing cross-up with the 4-3.
Still looking in a good position. Short.
Yeah, he just has to be careful here. He's got the life lead that he can afford to take trades, but he doesn't have a clash anymore, and Batman does have a vortex as long as he's got a trade back ready to go.
That's exactly what Tekken Master needs. He doesn't only need a big play, he needs a big hit and a vortex. Wait a minute.
Oh no, he went for the trait instead of the grapple. Oh
That
wow,
is rough. Wait.
that was a circular
Oh
Batman.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, that was smart. Giving me no clash and no chance to give them their escape.
Supergirl
Smart play
wins.
from Shark Teeth, taking the first game. This winner's finals.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Shark Teeth needs. You know, he's going to be happy with that kind of result. I think everyone in this tournament is going to know that Tekken Master was the favorite to win. And Shark Teeth, of all players, I think has the strongest opportunity, in my opinion, to stop that from happening. And I think Shark Teeth is going to know that. Brainiac. Okay, Tekken Master, he's bringing out the Brainiac. We don't see his Brainiac too often, but I feel like Brainiac is a good character for Tekken Master because he was one of the first Brainiac players, but he's such a chaotic character.
He is,
And-
he really is. I mean, what's his neutral? His dive kick?
Yeah, exactly. It's dive kick, it's the drones, and it's you know some
Down
crazy
one
normal-
to some tentacles.
But he does so much damage, and I think this is a good character to put
Definitely.
someone like Shark Teeth, because Shark Teeth is a very slow, patient player, and someone like Brainiac that really kind of throws a bit of a spanner in that kind of playstyle. You know, really kind of throws it away, and there's a big combo here. Oh wow! Nice conversion on that down two.
All right, let's see it. Another city. Oh yeah.
Out of
Drone's
range,
still
still
there.
heavy.
He's just looking so funky.
He is such
Oh,
a wacky character, isn't he? Okay.
Wow, the conversion though.
Ooh, again, missed it.
I mean, look.
I mean, this is a bar, right? This is a pub. Imagine what it looks like to the patrons. That guy is just slouched over in the background. I bet he can't believe his eyes. He's like, whoa,
Oh,
I've
sorry,
definitely
but
done
this
too
is too much.
much. Okay, there's opportunity for Shark Teeth. Got Tekken Master with the corner out, what he needs. No. All the wake up. Shark Teeth, you can see him sticking out those instant jump normals, just trying to catch him out of the air. Shark Teeth looking a bit more uncomfortable in this one. Okay.
Tekken Master feeling better. Although it looks kind of funky, I think he's feeling better with one or two OG characters.
I think he just realizes that the style he plays with Brainiac is definitely a better fit to counter the way Shark Teeth plays. Like I said before, right? Shark Teeth is a very kind of fundamentally solid player in terms of like just being careful, right? He's a very patient player and plays around fundamentals. And Tekken Master has fundamentals himself, and will know that this kind of wacky character is a great way of just kind of, you know, making that a bit more unpredictable. Oh, okay, opportunity here.
He was ready for the second hit. Wow, that's tight. The drone's still there. Look at all that chip. Drone is still coming.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Yep.
On cue. Wow.
As soon as he picked up that keg, it was over.
Yep.
But, now, I don't think we're going to see anything else from Sharkteeth. I know we've seen Sharkteeth play Catwoman in the past. But
it's been a while since he last picked anything besides Supergirl.
Yeah, I think it definitely calls for like a very extreme situation before he decides to change.
All right, 1-1 on this winner's finals.
Also, one big thing about the Brainiac matchup is, you know, we have to remember, arguably the biggest adjustment that Supergirl received was that down 1 got slowed down. Down 1 is by far the best button to punish Brainiac's dive kick because it is a hard punish. And when your down 1 gets slowed down, the Brainiac dive kick instantly becomes harder to punish.
But as we just said, he does indeed opt to go with Catwoman. I mean,
So
is he looking for the down 2?
I think Catwoman, I mean, they've both got good down 2s, but Catwoman might be a little bit low to the ground. I think one of the biggest things here is Catwoman's jump 2. She's just going to have the air coverage with that whip.
Oh yeah, maybe even
and also the mobility. And also, again, you know, the ability to combo off a down 1. And actually, I can't remember if, I'm pretty sure Catwoman's down 1 is faster than Supergirl's. Post-nerf anyway. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's faster. Oh, whip punish. Not maximum damage, but still decent.
Plus frames, no punish on the duck.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that Stunning 1 didn't land it well. Oh, set up, instant wake of Master. Yeah, he's seen that one before. Okay, all the cat scratches spent. Oh, we tried to anti-air, or air-to-air, I should say, with the whip.
Makes it safe fish with the drone. Oh yes, okay, sweet. Is it safe?
Ooh, anticipation of Tekken Master like Sharkteeth coming in.
Almost individual hits, making it almost even.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Okay, the drone is coming.
I feel like Sharkteeth is he's trying so hard to make all this miss, but he's just not getting any damage for it.
I know your thoughts.
He's trying his best to nullify those
it's like literally all over the place.
Yeah,
it's so difficult to deal with. He's holding the drone. Oh, no, he's not anymore. No way he's holding it this whole time.
Yeah.
And there's 1. There's 2. He's holding this one. Whoa. Oh, let it go too late.
Didn't track. All right.
Catwoman, hear me roar.
Still very much in this. The Sharkteeth, especially with 3 bars. 3 scratches. Maybe Ops just lost him at this point.
Oh, down 1. Wow.
Wow.
I love the way Tekken Master is playing around this. He's holding this life lead. Like, he's gone from being completely zany and all over the place to just calculated. I mean, look at yeah, exactly. He has absolute range advantage here, and he's making the most of it.
A 12th level intellect.
Many are looking at the bars.
He needs to make sure he keeps himself plenty of meter here.
Oh yeah.
A third bar for the sake of 5% more health for what that bar could potentially do here. I just don't think it's worth it to spend more than 2.
She needs a lot of
Oh, there's the punish.
Alright, there it is.
Oh, he has a clash.
Might give him some confidence back.
I wonder if Sharkteeth was expecting the clash there. Now he clashes.
Okay.
I've killed mice
How much do I take him off to spend? Because Brainiac without bar doesn't
Probably
do a
2.
huge amount of damage. Yeah, spend 1, keep it. Sharkteeth not going to contest. He needs to keep his own.
She needs 1 combo. He needs 1 dive kick. 1 EX dive kick, and this is game.
Oh no, that didn't hit!
Oh yes! Press buttons, my friend. Just press them all.
That down 1. You know Sharkteeth is probably just reeling in his seat and that down 1 connected. That was the absolute perfect down 1. Let's get that background bounce.
After a dive kick, oh no, he believed in that down 1. Instantly into the background bounce. Very interesting down 1 for sure. 2-1.
I mean, it did work. It's one of those things that
it did.
Like you see it working, and it's like, man, I can't believe that worked. But the fundamental point is, it did work. And Tekken Master, I feel like Tekken Master is the master of that style of play. You know, Tekken Master is one of those interesting players where he's so fundamentally sound at the game. Like, he understands how they work, and we have to remember, he's one of those players that he's a very strong player in multiple fighting games.
Absolutely.
But obviously, NetherRealm is again, I feel like it's much the same like we said about Nivek yesterday. He is one of those players that he's so good at multiple fighting games, but NetherRealm is his bread and butter. It's where he kind of started and really made the name for himself.
Fighters approaching the
but he's got to understand, sometimes playing by the rules isn't what you should do. Sometimes you have to do something a little bit wacky, something a little bit, unorthodox. And in those situations, that's exactly what we see, and it works. Sharky's going to be, go ahead.
I know something about this unorthodox. Little something.
Oh boy, don't remind us. Let's not remember that. Well, of course, Sharky is going to be betting his winners finals, ticket to grand finals on Starfire, it seems.
I think he should have a better time in there. Tried right there. It didn't quite work out, but in theory, on paper, he should have a better time in there.
I think it depends on what he's trying to answer, because if he's trying to get rid of the, just like the swinging, then maybe. But the dive kick is the problem. The dive kick is what he's been struggling with the most. In Tekken Masters himself, he is a Starfire play. He's going to understand exactly how to shut her down. That's standing heavy. Playing Tekken Master at match point, one by far away from making the Intercontinental Championship finals.
Master Tekken Master, one life more away.
The question is it close enough? Sharky, he's massively down on life, but he's managed to get his way out of the corner. Oof, I mean, clearly that's what he's going for. Yeah, it's like you said before, he's having a better chance anti-airing. But he's still trading. It's like he's just cleanly anti-airing. He's trading with the dive kick.
I think Tekken Master takes those trades, especially looking at the life.
Oh, definitely. He has the life lead. Takes it for sure. Oh, Chucky didn't have enough trade.
Okay, let's see.
And even then, trying to air-to-air, just trading. The trades are killing him so far.
Short teeth, still in this, but definitely on life support.
Like it's not it's not impossible with using the side kicks. It will be. Hail Mary, meet the back three, and another one with Tekken Master.
What button was that even?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't think I've ever seen that Brainiac string in my life. Oh wow! Very surprised that missed.
Yeah, he wanted to go the easy way, but I think it will not matter. Oh, wait a minute! Interruption!
It's not enough.
Wait, I don't know about this clash. Tekken Master, he could stand to lose this one. Does Shark Teeth at least try and deny? One bar? No, two. Shark Teeth wants to hurt him. Shark Teeth has no trait though.
But he could just lame it out. He could just lame it out, Tekken Master. With exactly the drone. So just like that, Nasser Tekken Master being the first player from the Middle East to qualify for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes,
in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just not a surprise. Tekken Master making it from winner's side really isn't. It's not. It isn't a surprise.
It's not a surprise, but he didn't look that dominant, especially after losing the first game.
Yeah, I feel like there definitely was signs of Shark Teeth being able to bring it back, but I feel like Brainiac Shark Teeth definitely seem to struggle with it. I feel like it's a very zany play style. I think typically that has kind of been Shark Teeth's Achilles heel in this game. Generally, are characters that really kind of like enforce a very different kind of play style, and Brainiac is definitely one of them. And Tekken Master, understanding that, is going to be moving himself through and will be in grand finals at the very least. Now we have to remember, grand finals does not mean that's where the tournament is going to end. Grand finals will still be played out because there is a matter of seeding to determine. If you win this tournament, you'll be going in as a high seed into the Intercontinental Championship finals. If you get second place, obviously you'll be a lower seed. So qualifying is the first task. Winning the tournament is the second, because you want that best seeding.
I mean, that does mean it does matter the seeding as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. But that does mean we'll be going into our losers top 4 now, where we have Hamou versus the reverse in what I predict will be Atom versus Scarecrow, as that is a matchup that we've seen a few times now. As I believe, I'm pretty sure it's a matchup that is considered to be pretty rough for Scarecrow. I think Atom he's very slippery. The low profiling is a big problem for Scarecrow. I actually think near enough all of Scarecrow's buttons, apart from like his down 3, just get low profile by Atom's sweep. So I presume that's the matchup we're going to see. Whether Hamou goes to Cheetah or not, we'll see as well. But that's my assumption at the very least.
It makes sense. Your assumption definitely makes sense. But just as a viewer perspective, I really hope we're going to see a Cheetah. I mean, we saw, shades of it, how explosive he can be. But I want to see, just for the fun of it, 500% damage in 3 seconds, activate traits, press something to DP, and just kill him. You know, just for the fun of it.
It's always nice. It's the old Bane effect, you know. See someone get hit by literally anything, and then you see a big old 600 to 700 number, and it's like, that's a thing. But the thing is, I mean, you know, what we want to see as spectators aside, you know, Hamou is playing for that second spot. That now means there are 4 players left in this tournament and 1 spot left for 3 of them, right? You know, Tekken Master has guaranteed himself into the finals in Vienna, which means that Shark Teeth, Hamou, or Reverse, it's one of those. You know, only one of those 3 can take that final spot. And to be honest, based on how we've seen them play, I feel like Shark Teeth definitely had the edge on Hamou. So I feel like I don't see Hamou being able to win the run back unless he makes a serious adjustment. But the Reverse, I feel like if he plays like the best we've seen him play with Scarecrow, it could be really interesting. However, it is going to be Cheetah, and we saw Cheetah was able to take a game of Shark Teeth. So if he's able to beat Reverse with Cheetah and then brings Cheetah versus Shark Teeth, we may see a different result. But that does mean that in this losers bracket action, we're going to be having Hamou on Cheetah again, and the Reverse once more on the Scarecrow. Oh, look at the stage.
Interested. I'm the cursed one.
This is the redemption stage for Reverse. He lost two games on it and then won the crucial game. So is this now his greatest ally, the stage?
Getting just like that, exactly. Don't do combos longer than 30 seconds. Just kill him. That's what I want to see.
I took 2 seconds to take a sip of my drink and it lost 500 life. From literally, like, that's the Cheetah effect. 1 string into a special enhanced, 500 damage.
Don't blink or you'll miss it.
Down 1 again.
Slowing it down.
Oh, massive life lead already for Hamou. The rest of it has worked out for him, but here it could be. Oh no, opting to go in for the sickle instead of the wave, I wonder.
Gets hit by it anyway.
Okay, this is bad. This is bad for Hamou. He just used his first bar on the push block. Seems that fear wave's now a threat. Oh, and there it is,
yes,
Reverse.
Sir. One more.
The life lead. Oh, instant dive.
Pray to the goddess of the hunt.
That's really crazy. Hamou going for that dive. He actually would have lost the life bar easy if that was blocked. Oh, he's buffering the teleport, but no!
He was ready for it. 500, what's up?
He literally buffered the teleport when Hamou had trait ready to go. And then he did the teleport, and he lost 500 life again.
The cross up. Yeah.
Enjoying the
Forcing the clash.
I live only for the hunt.
That's an easy clash to win. Oh, spending 3.
Wow.
Ooh, not
that's
every day
dangerous.
String miss.
That's dangerous against.
No, the Reverse. He finds himself in a situation again. He's unfortunately missing combos and then trying to recover with that meter burn back 3. Now, the Traumatize. How is he going to put this to use against someone with the mobility of Cheetah? Oh, the read!
No.
Oh, we dropped it again. He's
okay,
dropped
frames,
disastrous. Whip punish.
Not quite there.
He literally could whip punish with just Traumatize, but decided not to. They wanted the string first just to make sure. Take the time to hit confirm, perhaps.
Alright, this is do or die.
And the back,
off again.
Dash.
Plus frame.
Okay, there we go. No, it's unclashable. Oh, the down 3 from Mo. Yep.
Almost though.
Yeah, it was close. It was super close.
All right, the Cheetah pick indeed working in his favor. Doesn't even need the Atom.
This is odd. I feel like it's one of those matchups where I don't know what the matchup is like to call it, but I feel
Scarecrow,
like
Cheetah.
I feel like it's one of those things that Cheetah is, if she goes for certain leaps or is going to catch Scarecrow. It's pretty big hitbox, let's be honest. But if he's got the buttons to kind of keep her at arm's length. But if he presses those buttons at a range and it doesn't connect, again, it's the whiff recovery. She is just going to chew up for days with so much damage. He just can't misplace anything.
I mean, what I thought was maybe the reverse, looking for those sleeves and punishing them with the air blast. I think it's just too tough, isn't it?
Oh, that could have been a huge amount of damage, but no hit confirmed from Mo. Also, Cheetah is so low to the ground and spends so much of the time crouching. It's going to be really hard for Reverse to capitalize on jumping heavy because he's just going to be so low to the ground all the time.
It says mobility, even being ready for the lead.
Oh, instant.
Oh, wow.
300 damage for that in trait, man. That is just gnarly. Gnarly damage. Oh, I'm ready for the teleport again, but...
Almost dead. Okay, plus frames.
Plus frames again. Respect. Too much respect. Tick grab. Push block this time. Wants nothing to do with it.
That's a punish, not quite.
Yeah, he tried for it. Reverse went for the... he tried to stand up for the overhead and got hit by the command grab. That's the next up.
Oh, from downtown.
Oh, again.
Look at that. Life just depleting.
I actually don't think I've seen so many Cheetah traits result in like actual, you know, full combos for this much damage in a while. Normally you see 1 or 2 a game, but Hamou is consistently getting a couple around. Oh, whiff punish! Actually, would have liked to see that be a forward 3 instead to keep the corner, but I'm sure he'll take the damage.
Too much damage on the transition.
Whiff punish? Oh,
not
slightly
quite.
late. Okay, down on hit, down on block.
Okay, he needs something big. He needed the corner though.
Oh, the
wow.
reverse! I actually wonder if that was an accidental autocorrect.
Yeah, that might have been an autocorrect.
I mean, that's definitely the situation he would have gone for those people on forward 3s we've seen him going for, and he just got a back 3 instead.
Yeah.
That was just a reverse insert. Uh-oh. Oh, managing to block
Nice
the
block,
freeze
nice
as
block,
well.
nice.
That's patience. How many times have you seen people get caught out unclashable? Traumatized, hasn't got damage over time? Yeah.
That was smart. No, risks it all with the teleport.
No, he's not dead yet. Oh, but that wake up though, that was a risk.
He really wanted that damage over time, didn't he?
Yeah, reverse. He was playing it well. It was the second he got traumatized and realized Hamou was low on health, he spent traumatized straight away, knowing Hamou would block it because he just wanted to get the damage over time aura, like as fast as possible, because that was his best chance of winning the game. But that wake up at the end, that final decision ended up just not working out.
Cheetah.
And that's now a 2-0 deficit for him, unfortunately.
That's the stage. Okay.
Fighters approaching Arkham Asylum.
Yo, I missed Slaughter Swamp.
Right?
Like, I long for it. I wish we were back there.
I don't think Reverse agrees with that. But this might be the last chance for the Reverse. Can you reverse 3-0?
Reverse 3-0.
Explosive. Yeah. You got that one?
Yes. Alright, well, looks like this is going to be much of this similar, to be honest. Ooh. Actually, we haven't really seen much of any from Hamou. I feel like Hamou has been content just sitting there waiting for Reverse to teleport his way in.
A. Yes, sir. Okay, not backing away this time. I like it. The last game, he just backed off.
Another one. Okay, the respect again. Overhead. Hamou, I like that. Just leaping out of the distance. Space up again. Oh, the instant again.
Instant.
Oh, and again!
Oh, wow. Look at that damage for 4 hits.
He's literally taking the life lead on that. Hamou, I love the way Hamou is playing this. He's being really reserved. Oh, and there it is, the grab, the call out. Obviously going in for those like big, meaty jumping heavies into sweep is popular, so going for the jumping heavy into an overhead grab, really smart. Oh, clean over.
With punish. Made it unflashable. Hamou being is on match point to face short key. Loser's fine.
Yeah, he's going to get that run back, and I'd be surprised if he wasn't playing Cheetah at this point. Big neutral jump read, but not pressing a button with enough range. Hamou. Traumatized. There it is, of course. Use it or lose it. Reverse. I mean, this is it. Half a life bar remaining. Hamou, he's so close to getting that run back, but Reverse, he's come so far. Played so many matches to get here.
Very nice air tech. Here it comes.
Okay, spin, but that's probably... No, he has to back up. I like it. Keeps
Doesn't spin the ball.
They wake up. Reverse is just pulling out all the stops, but no!
Blank. And could this be game? Not quite.
Close. Being stuck without a trait, without a clash, I should say, against Cheetah at this point. It's a dangerous time.
And with no bar. This is going to be true. And just like that, Hamou advancing to losers finals with Cheetah.
And it all came down to a leap. I actually really like the way that Hamou played that. I feel like he really kept himself restrained. I know a lot of Cheetah players kind of, fair to just go, I'm in neutral, time to leap, and kind of just through thick and thin, they'll live by that. But Hamou really, patient to just slow it down, play at his pace, and to be honest, spend most of the time just letting Hamou hang himself, or let Reverse hang himself, I should say. But of course, props to Reverse for getting so far. 4th place and really had a grind to get here. That does mean we're down to top 3 now as we go into our losers finals, which is going to be Hamou versus Shark Teeth in the run back.
And this is it, man. This is the game. This is probably the most important game of this whole tournament. This is going to be the saltiest game of the tournament. You're so close to make the Intercontinental Finals in Vienna in 2 weeks' time.
I actually think I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. This is officially the worst point to lose in this tournament. Like
it is really
down. Like this is the worst 3rd place to take, because top 2 make it. Like seeding, of course, is important. Getting first, you want to win because you want to get that seeding. But this is like make or break. If you lose here, it is the definition of the final hurdle. But if you win, you are sitting pretty, and you've got that one step closer to that guaranteed spot on the IPS finals, and that's what they're going to be looking for. But
this
of course,
is rough, man.
It is. But it's going to be a good one. It was a 3-1. Yeah, it was a 3-1 finish in winner's side when they played towards Shark Teeth. The only game Hamou took was with Cheetah, so I do wonder if he's going to stick with her.
Probably.
I actually would almost like to, because I feel like he's playing so much. Like he clearly has a decent Atom, but I feel like there's so much more to his Cheetah than his Atom. I feel like his Cheetah is just so much of a stronger character for him that I'd like to see him stick it out. Honestly, we had an Enchantress qualify yesterday. We had a Joker qualify from Australia with Gilbags. Are we going to see a Cheetah qualify from Middle East? Is that like a guaranteed requirement? You have to just play one of these wacky characters.
Yeah, shout outs to all these different character loyalists. But I reckon he's going with Cheetah, especially since, well, first of all, it's his main.
Supergirl.
Your main will always, you'll feel more comfortable. And second of all, he's warm with Cheetah now. All these sets he has to play. I reckon that he's going with Cheetah, and it looks as if he's going to. So it's gonna be Cheetah versus Supergirl to make it to the Intercontinental Finals. Oh, this is going to be juicy.
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, we have to remember, even though he did go to Cheetah to get his 1 win and when they played in winners, like the set still went to Shark Teeth. So we'll have to still see if Shark Teeth can do what he has already done today and defeat Hamou another time. Or will the games Hamou have had be enough for him to make an adjustment? But this is make or break. Winner of this makes it to the Intercontinental Championship Finals. The loser is unfortunately staying home. Middle East represent. This is such a fitting top 4 for Middle East, and now we get to top 3. It's just such a good showing for them.
Let's see it. Definitely drawn first blood here is Shark Teeth. Individual hits, nothing substantial, but here comes Hamou.
Okay, I like how Hamou is going for those reads early on, right? Going for those overhead grabs straight away, reinforcing that he is going to go for them. But that down 2, we saw that. I mean, this is definitely something you have to watch out for. Big punish. Most characters in the game can actually block that and get a meterless back 3 to punish it. It takes so long to recover. It's one of the absolute most punishable wake-ups in the whole game by far. I actually love this from Shark Teeth. Bring it back to mid-screen because he'd rather play the game here. He'd rather play it mid-screen with a life lead than have Hamou cornered. I like it.
That was a specific combo, definitely. Trade is active. This could hurt.
No, I don't think Hamou is ready for that to connect. Oh, there's a neutral jump.
No bar, though.
Yeah, the stage without a bounce either, so this is going to be honest damage until Shark Teeth builds him up. That's probably going to be the first life bar. Yep, just enough.
Wow. One big hit. We're almost even.
Shark Teeth serves the life lead, but all it takes is 1 leap or 1 well placed way in from Hamou. Okay, there's a clash, no reason not to. Undo this damage, get some guaranteed life back, and gives you a whole life bar to build the bar back. Nothing spent from Shark Teeth, no reason to contest. He only has 1 bar, and we've already seen that Supergirl can't do a lot of damage without it. No reason to get rid of it. Instant jump, the read from Shark Teeth, calling out the leap.
Same side, what's going to be? Pressure. Betting the grab maybe.
I love the way Shark Teeth is utilizing those plus frames. I mean, I'm fairly sure that standing heavy is plus. Oh, nice range overhead.
Hey.
Ooh.
Is that a drop?
No, I think it was like a funky crossover attempt. It would have been unclashable damage for the end.
Oh, wow, look at that air-to-air. Sick.
I mean, Shark Teeth just has to be careful. Hamou's popped the trait. He knows his best chance to get this. Oh, no! Even in the stance, literally.
That looked so
shot
scary. That was looked so scary,
Supergirl
man.
wins.
Have you ever been laser beam from the air, literally while you're just trying to sit on the floor? Like just a laser beam out of nowhere.
All right, game 1 going to Shark Teeth. We could very well have 2 Nasser members be going to Vienna.
I mean, I think the it is fair to say the predicted result of this cup was going to be Tekken Master first, Shark Teeth second, but it's not because they're predictable. It's because they're the strongest 2 players, and this is why. You know, Hamou has had a tremendous journey in this tournament today so far, but this is what it boils down to. You know, he's lost to Shark Teeth already today. He has to show that it won't happen again. But as he finds himself 1 game down, Shark Teeth is looking good to do this again. Again, there wasn't a super close game either. I mean, it wasn't a complete destruction, but at the same time, Shark Teeth was very much in control by the end of it.
From the stands. Wow, first hit. Only coming down. Okay, let's see.
Okay, ends early for the setup again.
Cross up, nice block.
Hamou's definitely gotten a lot better at blocking these ambiguous setups than he was in the first set as well. Most defense overall is looking a lot stronger. Oh, no meter burn. Nice,
oh, yes.
confirm. Ouch.
Not quite, but still a lot of damage.
Unfortunate time to drop though, because the thing about Cheetah is if you end in the right grab, you actually get a really good setup off of every touch. So if you do drop, you're missing out on so much, unfortunately. Yes, pop the trait, Shark Teeth.
Oh!
This is literally a superhero fight right now. What is happening?
All over the place, all interactables. Let's go.
I've never heard so many whoosh sound effects in my life.
Right?
Oh, the grab, no whip punish. Oh, Shark Teeth tried to go in for the last minute, but
almost.
We're not going to happen. Oh, there's a trait. Oh,
wow.
Big punish. Yes.
I smell
You went for that?
Easily. Yeah, I'm actually very surprised because it's a very non-Shark Teeth thing to do. I wonder if that's why Shark Teeth did it. Yeah, optimization, building some bar, tying things up. Once again, Shark Teeth finds himself with somewhat of a lead in terms of bar, but still dead even in life.
Oh wow.
Pretty meager air tear with the laser, but I'm sure he'll take it.
She's luring. She's waiting for a chance. Okay, nice pickup.
Oh wow, I'm actually really surprised that didn't work. I love that. Use the instant air forward dash in the air just to follow the ice, knowing it's going to make them block. That was really smart from Shark Teeth.
Here goes a few
Especially considering he held it and delayed it for so long.
Still very much even. Anyone's game.
Oh, he got over, but the low profiling Cheetah strikes again.
Sick. Okay, straight is active. Here he comes.
I can tell Hamou, he's so eager to get that hit, but Shark Teeth just isn't giving it to him. Shark Teeth's making himself so hard to open up. Oh, hang on a minute, right? I can say that.
Oh, what a whip punish. This could hurt.
A wager. Oh no. I think Shark Teeth may be expecting an air tech there.
2 bars. Let's go. What's the
Setup again. Yep, Hamou blocking it a second time. Instead of going for the double overhead, going for 1 overhead into the low.
He's missing the jump.
He also can't flash. Oh, big mistake. Big mistake.
Oh, wasn't ready for it.
No!
And that should be game.
I can't believe it!
Oh, that was unfortunate, wasn't it?
That happened. That was Hamou getting a god read and an amazing combo. Dropping the end of a combo into getting punished. I can't believe it.
That game had Hamou written all over it, but instead of being 1-1, Shark Teeth now 1 game away to joining his teammate Tekken Master.
But isn't that the realization? That mistake has meant that. I mean, what a position it's put Hamou in.
It's horrible.
It's gone from being 1-1 and still 2 games to play with to 2-0. Literally make 3 games in a row or you're out. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
I mean, again, it just sucks for the loser of this. The winner goes to Vienna. The loser gets nothing. Literally nothing.
Oh, and as tragic as that is, that's the realization we find ourselves in as Hamou. Going to Vixen now, which, for those of you watching that might be a little bit newer to the game, is just a premier skin. The character is literally exactly the same. It just looks a bit different. But of course,
Shark Teeth looking very good right now.
I mean, that's a half bar already gone.
Yeah, I'm very confident. Look
I
at
mean,
that. Look at that.
You say confidence. How about full screen instant jumping? And yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, weird distraction there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite there for the air. Make this count, Hamou.
No, it was a bit too close to the corner. Wasn't close enough to get the full optical combo, but wasn't mid-screen enough for it either. Kind of that awkward in-between, and Shark Teeth with another instant air jumping normal is finding himself one life bar away from qualifying for the Intercontinental Championship Finals. So close now. He's just anticipating all the time with these jumping attacks. Oh, punish. Easy punish in Hamou. Guaranteed life regeneration here, but this is the last chance he's going to get.
I mean, this is literally do or die. Almost 1,000 life points away from being eliminated. What a reaction on the interactable.
Okay, anti-SW. I don't want to count Hamou out. He's still playing Cheetah. She has the damage, especially if he makes these reads. But
no, not again!
What? He didn't even have the bar to air tech. That was just a drop. Hamou can't afford to make these mistakes.
He's all the bar to work with the tray, but
it's got to be pressure, right? Like this is such a tense situation for him to be in. So much pressure. Okay, chance.
Take the life bar. Okay, he has meter. He has trade ready to go. I mean, he needs 2 touches.
I mean, if Shark Teeth hits a meter burn trade.
Okay, slowly getting those individual hits. Wait a minute, Mustard. Backing off. Backing off.
Why'd he back off? Why'd he back off? No! Oh, Hamou decided to back off. He must have just been he must have anticipated a wake up. He must have done. He must have anticipated a wake up at that moment. It must have been that's the only reason. But that back off, it cost him the game. Because Shark Teeth saw him back off and then decided to not wake up attack. Because it's not like he backed off into a setup, he just backed off and stood still. Oh, Hamou, he must have been anticipating something very specific, and unfortunately, it just wasn't there. It just didn't come. But that does mean that Shark Teeth is going to be the second qualified player into the Vienna Championships in just under 2 weeks' time. So, as many of us expected, it is going to be Tekken Master and Shark Teeth. Now, the question is, who's going to be the top seed and who's going to be the lower seed in this grand finals?
I mean, first of all, congratulations to Shark Teeth, obviously Tekken Master, and Snusser as a whole. Definitely picked up the right players, I would say. But especially a big thank you to the entirety of the Middle East region. I mean, I don't think all of these players who played in the Cup thought that they had the chance. But anyway, they stepped up and played. And that's what it's all about. You have to show that you have a scene, a community, a player base for all these organizations to support you even more. I mean, we've seen that with the Australian region. I mean, since the MKX days, proving that they had some players and wanting some support. And we've seen love for them. We've seen love for the CIS region, European region. It's literally intercontinental. And I've seen now the African scene having some tournaments as well. So if you see an opportunity to represent, please do so we can get more exposure for all of you guys. So thank you very much for participating and making all of this possible.
Oh, here. This has been really good so far. And now we move into grand finals territory, where again, it's going to be 3 out of 5, of course. Tekken Master coming from winners. But I don't know about you, Mitsu, but I just heard the word Bane ushered in by our good friend announcer. I think Tekken Master is playing Bane. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. Let me just check the logs to make sure this is a real game.
I think this is game.
Yo, it's a real game. Tekken Master is playing Bane. What?
Okay, maybe this is a tribute to the rivalry with Biohazard. I don't know what this is all about, but let's not forget, he has a safety net since he's in grand finals coming from the winner's side. He has to lose 2 sets to be out.
Exactly.
He has some room to breathe.
Yep, Shark Teeth effectively has to knock Tekken Master into losers, and then it will be set to 0 again. So Shark Teeth's got to win 2, 3 out of 5 sets. Tekken Master's got to win 1 in typical fashion. But Tekken Master coming to, I believe, is this the first time he's ever played Bane in tournament?
I've never seen him playing Bane, never.
I mean, he has. So the thing is, Tekken Master has the ultimate safety net because obviously he's not only a winner's side, but he beat Shark Teeth very, very convincingly. And he's the kind of guy that we know is always looking to add new characters to his arsenal if he needs them. And, you know, why not make Bane one of them? And what better way to get practice with Bane in a tournament that you know the worst thing I mean, I don't want to kind of undersell what's going to happen here, but the worst thing you have to lose is like seeding placement by a point in the actual top 8 finals in Vienna, which obviously, you know, you want to give yourself top seeding, but ultimately, like, you know, if you think you're a good player, you'll beat anyone in that top 8, right? So
you have to beat anyone.
Exactly. Not a bad time to try and beat characters, I must say.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he was even sure that it was going to be a grand finals. Oh, the read though. But I don't think he was sure about it. So, you know, he just found out about it, and why not try something before the big day?
I will never get tired of seeing Bane damage.
As much as the
Ever.
Do you think he was inspired by that Cheetah, you know, seeing all that big damage? All of a sudden,
I want to do that.
Maybe. Oh yes, nice cancel.
Ooh, I wonder if that was like a grab attempt, or if he did just anticipate a raw forward move. Oh, big jump from Shark Teeth.
In there. Grania coming into play, yes sir.
Oh, but it stuns you for so much longer. Shark Teeth mistiming it. And it might actually, he's going to lose the game on it. He literally has lost the game on it. Oh, unfortunate for Shark Teeth.
You hate to see that.
Yes, you do indeed. That's already one game up for Tekken Master. 2 games away from winning. Wow.
With Bane.
Is it Bane or Barney?
Whatever you want, my friend.
What would it be in the Middle East? Bane or Barney?
I reckon Bane.
that's like half a question and half like, you know, just talking nonsense. Because I genuinely don't know. Well,
hey man.
Looks like Tekken Master at the very least is feeling comfortable. Dr. Fate. Thinking emoji. Oh, look at that regal Dr. Fate. Look at that gear. My man looks like an Egyptian prince.
Egyptian prince, interesting.
I mean, look at him when it loads up. Look at Dr. Fate and tell me it doesn't just reek of Egyptian royalty.
Don't skip it, guys.
I mean, they're gonna skip it. You just have to stare at it. Look at him. Look at him. Like a gladiator. Almost
I
like
see where you're coming
centurion. Maximus Decimus Sharktetheus MKX.
Nice, I like it.
Big meter burn back 3. You're gonna grab. Uh-oh. That's how you know a Bane player is feeling themselves when they're just doing back-to-back grabs. Okay. And another stage with the interactable.
Everything's working out for him.
Yeah, hit grabs for days as well. Meter burn 4-3. Tekken Master is 1,000,000% ahead. Ooh, that was fair.
There's a punish though. Nice activation of the trade. Side switch as well. Beautiful stuff. Oh, he knows nothing about your orb. He does not care. He's Bane.
He just wants to splash on things. Oh no!
Oh, getting hit.
Buster didn't have the bar.
Pops the trade. This could hurt. Uh-oh.
Oh my lord!
Level 2 is still going, man. It's still going. Okay, this should be like more though.
Nah, he's not going to bother. He knew he was going to be dead. No point. If he went to level 3, all he was going to do was give himself a longer debuff. Okay, this is what Shark Teeth needs. Stop an orb. Surely you just stop an orb, right? Stop an orb and try and build some bar. Oh!
Oh no, beating the backdash.
Okay, big anti.
Nice back 2.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think
here comes the zoning.
Shark Teeth.
Oh!
Oh no!
What?
Oh, slam dunked again. Tekken Master just cannot be stopped. I feel like this is... It's weird, right? Because I feel like this isn't a super optimized Bane, but I feel like this is a classic Tekken Master pick. It is by no means like the best Bane we've ever seen, but because it's a very simple version of the character, right? But what he's picked Bane to do is very clear. He knows this is a counter pick to Shark Teeth. In my opinion, this could be like a pick against Shark Teeth more than it is I'm picking Bane versus his characters, because he knows Shark Teeth so well. And this is a great character for someone like that. If it's momentum based, if it's very read focused, how are you getting off the ground? How do you get out of pressure? Bane is a great character for someone like that, especially if you know the ways to make Bane effective in that situation. And Tekken Master will know that against Shark Teeth.
Right there, I don't think that was intentional. It was probably for something else. Again, just hunting down those backdashes. And look at that, already half of the life form. Back 2 though.
Anti-air as well. Okay, tremendous.
Okay, that's the safe spot there. Shooting at that range.
It's the first time we've seen Shark Teeth actually be able to do this. Oh, the wake-up armor.
Oh,
Shark Teeth just out of range.
Just out of range. Okay,
this should be a guaranteed life bar.
Eat that. Wait,
Nice.
okay. Nice anti-air there. Showing signs of life. The shark teeth in this grand finals.
It's a chance. It is a chance. Master trying to get in again. Walking into those 4-2s. Shark teeth needs to keep this going. As soon as he builds he needs to be spending it. Very nice.
Keeping it unclashable as well, knowing that Tekken Master loved going for that early wager.
Tekken Master, yeah, I think this one's done. I think Shark Teeth definitely has this one. This is very, very surprised Tekken Master can bring this one back.
Interesting. Oh, he didn't drop into it. Almost. No, almost. He almost dropped into it.
I thought for sure that was it.
That would have been fun.
There it is.
All right.
Tekken Master. I feel like Tekken Master might be getting a little bit too confident. I think he spent like 60% of that match just forward dashing into projectiles, when normally you would see someone be a bit more patient. But regardless, Tekken Master still has the games to play with. Does he stick with Bane again, or does he now try and... Because obviously Shark Teeth is stuck into Dr. Fate now. So if Tekken Master thinks he has a character for Dr. Fate, do you think he'll go to it?
Probably. He's probably trying something else.
I mean, clearly he has not struggled against Bane, but I guess the question of whether he wants to play more Bane to practice it, or, okay, Batman. Straight to Batman, no messing around.
He came to play, yeah. That's it. 2-1, that's it. One game. Give him one game.
Approaching Slaughter Swamp.
Okay, so still Shark Teeth able to stop the bleeding somewhat and get a game on the board, but it's still very much stacked against him right now.
Begin.
Let's see, game 4 in this grand finals.
And Tekken Master, he has gone to Batman, so of course he's going to be a very, very different style of play from what we saw before. I think a big thing though is he's going to have access to much more punishing options. These bats, such amazing tools for just punishing things that are normally so hard to punish. Big shimmy, Tekken Master, not pulling out any of the stops immediately.
Almost 500 damage, same side.
Uh-oh, Restand City.
What's it gonna be? The grab, keeping it simple.
Almost a whole life bar already on just that one sequence, practically. Oh, and there's the whiff punish. That's going to do the life bar. Perfect round for Tekken Master. No, he drops the end, but won't matter. Chip damage, your Shark Teeth gets off the ground. This is it for Tekken Master. This is tournament point.
Yeah, you thought his Bane was nice. Check out my Batman.
Never quit.
I mean, it's decent. Man just likes Batman characters, apparently. Bruce Wayne. So the Tekken Master, he did use a lot of his bar in that situation. Okay. Interactable. It's a little bit of damage from Shark Teeth. Oh, builds one bar, spends it straight away. The Master has a trait. Oh, empty jump into the throw. Oh, even a trade. Shark Teeth isn't allowed to get anything going forward. Again.
And
Shark
this could be it.
Oh, not enough. I mean, that's got to be it though, right? Stand in it. Get as little. Just take the life.
Yes.
Take the life back. Stand in it.
Do another one. Do another one.
Nourishment. No, it's not meant to be. As Tekken Master, in absolutely convincing fashion, will be defeating Shark Teeth and will be your #1 seed at the Injustice 2 Intercontinental Championships in Vienna in just under 2 weeks' time. That now means 6 of the 8 players are confirmed, and Tekken Master is going to be joining K-Top and Wasminator as #1 seeds going into that event. What a top 8. That was super enjoyable.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty.